Roses are red, violets are blue. I get to suffer, and so do you. I can't even be cheery for Valentine's Day this year. It's supposed to be a great day where my boyfriend gives me flowers and chocolate and we spend a nice romantic day together and all that nonsense, but here I am, about to suffer for your amusement. Let's just get the usual warnings out of the way. Warning, the dubtalkpodcast contains language and content that may not be suitable for younger audiences. Listener discretion is advised because, dear God, do we curse a lot? Like, more so than usual. Also, and this is just a formality at this point because, let's face it, no one should ever watch this show, but I have to do it anyway. There may be spoilers for the series Nakaimo, My Sisters Among Them, throughout the course of tonight's episode. Please use caution in case you haven't seen this series yet. Finally, and I cannot emphasize this enough right now, the opinions expressed are those of the individual participants and do not reflect the Dub Talk podcast as a whole. Well, it's time for the Cage crew to do their Valentine's Day thing now. We're all gonna suffer in the process. I can't even look at cream puffs the same way again. Just please send help. Someone end my suffering. Oh, who the hell am I kidding? You're going to enjoy this either way, so happy Valentine's Day, I guess. Enjoy.
They say the deeper you ascend into the abyss, the more you change. Once you get that first little taste of trash, you hunger for more. Little bitch. Biting. Cages. Your cute little red whistle desires to be tainted by the siren's call. You must go deeper. It's just some teacher and student. Only a little. Oh, just some gentle cucking. Just an itty bitty bit of NTR. Oh, last year I might have been gone, but all I did was set out on a quest. Deeper and deeper into the horny hole of the trash abyss, where the fluids flow and the titties are as big as watermelons. In the abyss, the creatures have the abilities to shoot several times. As I crawled deeper down, I made it to the 4th layer. I know now that I have to go lower and lower. I must get my whistle wet. Today I say, Dub Talk, I reject my humanity. Tonight we go to the next level of the trash abyss. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary pals, tonight we go imouto. Hey guys, welcome to Dub Talk.
Persona?
No!
Persona?
For a second, I got really excited we were going to talk about something else and you guys were all going to surprise me. Like, this was going to be a show I really liked. Do that in.
Yeah, I would have
said
something. Gigi, if I knew, if I was going to make you watch a good show, I would have told you.
God. Fuck.
But if it was a good show, it wouldn't be fitting for this particular
Excuse me, are you telling me that Amnesia, the anime, was not a good show?
Screw Amnesia! My waking nightmares about floating.
We need to... No.
We peaked at Yona of the Dawn. That's as high as we're going. From there, it's all downhill.
For quality, yes. And that was my choice because because I'm a good person. Megan is an awful person. Fuck.
It's okay. It's okay. Next year, I'll take the reins and we'll cover something good like Casper's Valentine special or something that's better than this. Anything is better than this.
Note to self. Noah is never in charge of Valentine's Day episodes. Ever.
Nope.
Casper
never.
is white, like
never.
Cobb.
He's supposed to be here to be tormented. That's his whole reason for being here.
This more than anything else, because not only am I feeling tortured, but this particular show may be insulted to be male. I'm going to rip out the chromosomes entirely. I'm not even going to be non-binary. I'm just going to be like no chromosomes at all.
You're just going to be a blob.
Just that. Just like the characters on Soul, just a blob.
So
not human at all.
I still need to watch Soul, but anyway, sorry.
Megan, what's this trash pile that
Megan,
you're
what have
subjecting
you
us to?
fucking done to
well,
us
you see,
today?
I outsourced our pain to the wonderful folks at our anime dubs on their Discord and asked them, hey guys, what is the trash craziest romance show you all know. And one of them came up, a voice in the crowd, and said, Nakaimo, my sister is among them. The 2012 anime from Studio Gokumi, directed by the director of Kiss X Sis. I have for you a plot summary.
I know.
The Mikadono Group is a worldwide business group. Shit. I have a giant can of Smirnoff and I'm almost a quarter of the way through this.
Oh fuck.
Welcome to
It's gonna be a
Valentine's.
fucking night. I also have coffee and I laced it with vodka. So we're fucking doomed if I'm
Mikadono
drinking
Group
now.
is a...
I'm sober.
I'm sorry. The Mikadono Group is a worldwide business company based in Japan and led by Kumagoro Mikadono. He has a son named Shogo, who is the heir to his company. However, Kumagoro dies, and his widow Kanako becomes the new acting chairman as Shogo transfers to his father's alma mater, Miryun Private Academy. According to his father's will, Shogo will take over the company after he graduates, provided that he finds a life partner before then. Fortunately, there's a large female population at Miryun Academy to choose from. Life at the Academy will not be smooth sailing. However, he is immediately popular because of his name and position as heir to the Kumagoro company, and has caught the eye of several female students. To complicate matters further, although he was raised as an only child, Shogo has apparently a younger half-sister who is raised separately from him, who also goes to the same school, and intends to get closer to him without revealing her true identity. How will he act knowing that any girl he chooses as his life partner may also be his sister? Dun dun dun!
Hashtag first world problems. Megan, that was a great synopsis read. Like that should be like the Wikipedia article.
Thanks, Wikipedia!
I ain't got time to write my own summary. Fuck that shit.
For this show, absolutely not.
For this show, fuck that.
Tonight we are going over the anime How I Met Your Lannisters, Nakaimo, and its dub that was presented by... that was created by Sentai Filmworks when they could have been dubbing other anime that were much better than this.
Yes.
Megan, you're the first person to make a Game of Thrones reference all year because that is how much that show has been wiped from collective memory. I applaud you.
Man, if you're...
Can
That show took a nosedive in quality harder than a fat man jumping into a pool.
Megan, can we just go over? You went over how like the show came up as a possibility for Valentine's
I
Day this year.
outsourced.
Can we please talk about how it actually got picked?
Oh yeah, then I suggested it to Steph and she started crying, so I said this is the one we have to do.
Yeah. So when I had my anime blog, Lilac Anime Reviews, years ago, I had my own like seasonal impression series. I actually covered this fucking show. And Steph back in 2012 was like, it's not horrible. It's fine. I guess I'll keep watching it after 3 fucking episodes. Why?
You're dumb.
Steph in 2012 was a fucking moron. Steph in 2021 is like, please kill me.
I watched this with my boyfriend, and after every episode I said, are we done yet? Can I please stop watching this?
Hardy's mad.
No, seriously,
Hardy's mad
are we done yet?
Hardy's mad that he can't be here.
So he can laugh in the background again,
Yep.
like he did on
Like
Brothers Conflict?
With
yep.
popcorn, just giggling in the theater.
Oh, shit. Well, he's gonna have to watch the episode
You
like
can watch
everybody else. 'Cause
So who's on this call? Who here is subjected to this? Megan?
Tonight I am subjecting Noah Clue,
Let me out of the box.
Steph.
I'm gonna kill you in your sleep next time I see you. Just saying.
Nice try. I have Patrick as a shield.
I'll go through him first. It's fine. I will get both of you. You will
Why
die.
would you kill him? He's done nothing wrong.
I don't give a shit at
How
this point.
dare
That's
you,
how
right?
bad this is and how upset I am.
Alright, I'm telling Andrew no dick for you.
I don't care right now. I'm a demisexual. I can be fine without it.
Anyway,
Fuck.
and Gigi.
I really want pancakes.
You know,
Do you
I
like
like pancakes.
pancakes?
Do you like waffles? Yeah, we
Yeah, we like waffles.
waffles.
Can't wait to get a
Do you like
mouthful.
French toast?
Maybe I'll have a cream puff instead.
Oh, fuck you. I was about to say, so long as we don't have cream puffs right now. Fuck.
You take bread, you put it in the slot, you push down a lever, and the wires get hot. You get toast. Can we sing our way out of the show? But we are trying so hard to pivot away from this just to anything else.
No,
Unfortunately,
we're gonna be
no.
here for a while, so we don't have much options here.
The longer you fight, the more horny you'll get.
The longer we fight, the longer this fucking train wreck of a show is gonna be.
Exactly. So let's just
So
get
we may as well
into
get it over with.
Remember, kids. You see, look, I normally hate these types of shows, but I put up with it just to torment Steph for once.
And you drag the rest of us along for the ride?
Listen, I'll pay you two back in another way. Steph can take one for the team.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
That's true.
sometimes
we're
have
good with
just-
throwing her under the bus.
I do this for you! You
We're-
fucking bitch!
Would you push us out of the way of the oncoming truck?
Truck-coon!
Which shows up in this
No,
show.
I'm gonna...
Truck-coon.
Truck-coon
Again,
gets hit. He gets his just desserts.
Truck-coon.
Woo, truck-coon.
What is it with,
Woo. Every day I'm out there murdering Japanese school children.
So the only way I'm going to get through this, and I'll let
Is
you
with
take
alcohol?
it from here, is I'm going to be making comparisons to every other show I've seen, because the thing that the show is it's not only shameless, it's not only siscon baiting, but it steals all of its plot points, its characters, and it's everything from every other show. Like, a guy almost gets hit by a
Yeah.
truck. Oh, so they've stolen that from Zombieland Saga. Guy got amnesia and doesn't remember siblings.
You remember Zombieland
No.
Saga
Okay,
came
clear.
after this, correct?
Things happen in the order that I perceive them, not the order they
Oh
actually
my god,
happen.
can we please get on with this?
Yeah, let's
We're
get on
already
with
like
it.
over 10 minutes
Why are
in.
we prolonging my torture? I wanted
Yeah.
to do a nice, normal trash bag.
Like,
but no.
we had some
wanna
actual
do?
good, we had good options too. And
It
then
was
this
my turn
fucking
to
thing
pick.
came up.
Because if we do it now, we'll never have to do it ever again.
I mean, we could have just never done it at all.
But where's the fun in that?
No, this is a public service. Everyone listening to this can listen to this 10-hour podcast
10
review
hours?
and then never
No!
have to watch
I'm
the 5-hour
so
show.
sorry, dub staff and dub actors. I realize that this was made in 2012, but we gonna go through this like it's made in 2021, y'all.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not
Yeah,
pulling
look-
punches.
look on the
This
bright
has
side,
not
guys.
aged well at
Hey!
all. Sorry.
Look on the bright side. At least it's not Shield Hero.
Ah! Fuck.
Speaking of that, the one in charge of making our sexes rise would be the director and writer of this, who would have to take such titillating material and bring the extra oomph and thrust his cast up into a tight place so that they could bring out their voices. So, for our double teaming as our director and the writer, filling both holes, is one Mr. John Swayze.
No.
John Swayze you'll know as the
My
director
God.
of Medika Box Abnormal, MM in the Seven Heavenly Virtues. He also did the writing for Innocent Venus, La Storia de Arcana Familia, and The Tibetan Dog. So let's just let Gigi rip off the Band-Aid first.
I hate this.
So bad.
All right, y'all. So there are two types of bad dubs. There are the bad dubs that are so boring and so stilted and so terrible that you don't want to watch them anymore. And in fact, you don't watch them anymore. And then there are the bad dubs that are just riff tracksable. You could MST3K this shit, y'all. This is type number 2. Thank God, because if it were type number 1, it would be like Dramatical Murder, where I didn't even make it through 2 episodes.
Oh,
yes.
it's dramatical murder. That fucking
Oh.
mess.
Oh, come on. It
Um,
wasn't that bad.
PTSD. He's
And,
on PTSD.
and like I said, this was done in 2012, 2013, so almost 10 years ago. I will put that into some consideration. However, like, at the time, the cast is made up of a lot of Sentai regulars and then a couple people I'd never heard of before. And the ones that you have heard of the most did the best job. The ones that you haven't heard of as much, that's why they're still not recording much anymore. I will say this, that the writing was pretty funny, but I have a feeling that most of the lines that I thought were hysterical were actually improv, because they definitely weren't in the Japanese subtitles. And I would like to now, because now is the appropriate time, I might as well start at the top, tell you the absolute best line in the show, which was said by a Walla actor in episode 11. Which was when Miyabi and Shogo were going on their date, and they were meeting up at the station, as many dates do in Japanese anime. And there was a boy and a girl in the background saying they were meeting up to go on a date as well. And the girl said one line, and then the boy said, "Sorry I'm late. Let's go buy me a new purse." Best
I caught that too.
line
Like, what the fuck?
in the show. And Chris went back and watched the Japanese, and there was no mention of purses in the Japanese. So that was the best writing pretty much in the entire anime. I don't care if it was improvised or not. It was the best thing. I wish they would have had Marissa Lenti's list of different words to call breasts, because I was really getting tired of them saying breasts all the time, sometimes substituted for cream puffs. And yeah, I mean, I guess they did what they could do for 2012, but I've definitely heard older dubs that sounded better than this and were written better. Like I said, you could riff track your way through this, especially during the last goddamn episode, which had no jokes whatsoever, so I had to make up my own in order to get through it without crying. And the OVA was terrible.
Because you were crying because you were so eager for them to find out who is the actual sister.
No, I called the actual sister in the opening the first time I watched it.
Were you crying
Listen.
because the show was that bad?
I was just like, I wanted a joke. Like anything, something to just like every other thing had a joke. Every episode had a bathtub scene or a shower scene.
Yes.
And by the end of it, I was like, God, I would pay for a shower scene right now just so I could get out of this melodrama that they're trying to wrap up the whole anime in like 14 minutes, and it's not working. Like, they tried to throw a mystery with a fan service mess, with like friggin' siscon, with like all these other horrible things that I absolutely hate in my anime. And I was just like, do I like the mystery? No, I figured it out in the first minute and a half. Do I like all the twists and turns? No, I figured those out as they came. So I was just like, what is this giving me? And the dub was kind of the same way. I had to ask myself every episode, what is this giving me? Other than riff tracks, other than this beautiful Dub Talk podcast episode.
Other than Steph's torment for the day.
I would like a new purse, specifically the Inuyasha Cherry Sakura mini backpack that's on HotTopic.com right now for $44.90. Boyfriend, if you're listening to this, please buy me that for Valentine's Day. I'm done.
Buy for Valentine's Day and fucking overnight shipping, dude.
I have hot cash if you want half off.
Overnight shipping, go.
All right,
I'm
now
done.
let your big-brained anime aficionado talk.
Absolutely. So, although I'm sure all our audience members would expect me to be the token Big Brother character for this particular episode, I am not going to be that.
Oni-chan!
One, because I actually don't. Stop it right there. You know better, and so do your hormones. Don't give
brother.
There is no way that anyone who actually has a sister thinks that's, actually sexy, because I
Woo, Noah, I want to give my big brother a sucky wacky.
Fuck. Megan, why?
How are you a human
Megan,
being?
why?
Don't you have, a body pillow to masturbate to instead? Why?
Actually, I have 3. Actually, I have 3 and the ability to use AO3.
Oh, fucking hell.
I mean, it's so telling that the show,
Don't think I wasn't reading a fic earlier about Hubert asking Claude to fuck Ferdinand while he watches.
No, so I want to get to the point of the dub because there's plenty to rant about the actual content of this show. And if you do like this kind of content, like if this turns you on, if this gets your crank going, if this fills your cream puffs, good for you. You got more enjoyment out of this than the rest of us did. But the thing is, I disagree with Gigi, almost 100% that this was riff tracksable because they don't have any improvised dialogue in here. I fully expected going into this, because it was a Sentai dub, that the cast would treat this 100% sarcastically. That they would have, every line would be like, would lampshade the material, would be making fun of the content, and that the romance element would be played almost for laughs. Not Ghost Stories level exactly, but just like actors in a booth looking at the material and thinking to themselves, I can't take this seriously. And to be fair, neither can any of us. I kind of want to applaud them because every one of them they acted the hell out of this as believably as possible. They subscribe to the theory that I subscribe to, which is that every show, there is at least one person who finds it as their favorite show. Every series and movie that's ever been created, one person out there in the backwoods of Yugoslavia will think this is their favorite show. And so it deserves to be given the credibility of a Bakano, of an Assassination Classroom, of any other high-quality shows that we would much rather be talking about than this one. So John's direction on this has to be a little commended, I think, in that I didn't see any times that they were lampshading the material. It was like you could listen to this and it was just as believable, big air quotes there, as if it was, material that actually deserved it, which is way more than this show deserved. This show deserves to be lampshaded and brought down a peg. That there needs to be some winking nudge to the audience that, oh yeah, we know this is wacky, and oh, what's this? Her dress came undone, and oh my bosoms are sticking out. But nope, there's none of that at all. And for having that restraint, I give John all of the credit in the world.
John, I was about to say squared, but no, triple Johns.
Double John Swayze across the sky.
Alright, Steph.
You ever heard Double Rainbow?
Alright, Steph. No, are you good?
Big sister, how did you like the anime dub?
Listen here, Noah, you're older than me. Don't even start.
Alright, Steph, put your double Z's into this.
Double Z's into this?
Double D's.
I thought you said Z's. I'm like, wait.
Whoa,
hold on, I'm not that big. Thank
Z's.
you.
Now, in my brain, double Z is like a planet each, like just two
double
planets.
Z's at least you're on the.
That's what Femme Thanos has.
Fuck. Oh,
just
God.
Big purple double planets hanging from his chest.
Just banging together. Just big honking jugs. Just banging. I'm sorry. Go
Ooh,
ahead.
Iron Man.
Fuck you guys.
Big sister, how did you like the dubby wubby?
Fuck. Oh, God.
See, it's not cute.
No, it's not. And you're older than me, Noah. What the fuck? Oh.
Yeah, but you're taller than me, so
Not by much.
It's not that. They had a teacher that was obviously older than everyone, and she looked like she was about 10.
I'm gonna preface my whole entire thoughts on the entirety of this show. This show is awful. Don't fucking watch it. No, just don't. I'm also gonna preface this by saying I'm gonna try and be as nice and critical as humanly possible of this, but the content of the show and everything about it just makes it very freaking difficult to be nice about. And I can only say that they did fine so many freaking times. Alright? With that out of the way, it's been a hot minute since I watched this show. It's been almost a decade, and I'm better off for it until now. But, my big thing is this. I'm kind of in the middle of what Gigi and Noah said. There were moments that, like, where the show can be, like, riff tracksable, but I can also see Noah's end of it where maybe not so much. It just depends on the scene and the situation, really. Like, for instance, the fucking... I know we brought it up. Anytime there was a bathroom or shower scene with the girls, for instance, some of the things that are said, like, for instance, freaking,
Black hair.
Konoe's cream puffs. Like, that was a thing that happened. So, writing-wise, admittedly, I got a bit more enjoyment out of the writing than I actually expected. And I think it eased the pain a tiny bit for me. Because this show was absolutely deplorable. But the writing was actually serviceable, and I was able to tolerate it. Directing-wise, I think this is where the biggest issue comes for me. Because this is an early Sentai show. And a lot of early Sentai shows didn't exactly have great direction. Sometimes not great casting or performances, but not too swell direction. And this is one of those shows. Because an actor can only do so much with what they're given. But when a lot of the stuff make a lot of the direction and sometimes the writing added on top of it, I guess too, a good amount of this was very stilted and very stiff. And oh god, Megan, for a hot second, Megan called the other night, and she played this one particular scene where one actress was talking about, like, wanting to meld their
Give me your sexy rich jeans!
Yes, and that was the stiffest fucking line read I could ever imagine.
And it's not only that, it's like, it's been done before. You know, the show where the guy is being pursued by all the girls who want her jeans.
Yes.
His jeans. I mean, I think we've all seen Mabaraka.
My
No,
favorite.
I have not seen that one.
You know what I'm talking about.
But, point is, like, it's... The dub itself is serviceable and tolerable at most, but that's about it. But there's a lot of moments where there was some very stiff line reads, and it's very stilted, and a good amount of the background characters were just... did not sound great. Though they had some fun one-liners, like the goddamn purse line.
The purse guy was the best guy.
Purse guy was amazing! I want a show about that guy.
Not only that, do you remember the classmate
Yes.
who kept hitting on the teacher and had like this fake...
I want a show
that
about
kid-
Tanaka, thank you very much.
I know who
Yes,
that
that
is.
Give me Tanaka, I will take that fucking
He's
shit.
the guy, Gigi, he's the guy in the class that wants to fuck the teacher.
I know, it's Blake Shepard.
Yeah, it's Blake
The love of
Shepard.
my
And
life.
honestly, I think... Can we just have the next whole segment be nothing but Blake Shepard praise?
No.
Because I think
Unfortunately,
he
no.
No, because I actually hated his performance.
Really?
Aw.
It was really bad.
It was very bad.
I mean, it
It
was.
was very bad.
It was.
But
but
honestly, it was laughable enough that made me want a show about that fucking character, even though he's fucking irredeemable.
exactly.
Yeah, but-
everyone else was just.
But
That red-haired waitress. Oh,
Oh, we're getting to her.
we're gonna talk about the red-haired waitress?
yes.
Yes.
Do we have to?
Well,
All
yes, the teacher didn't have anywhere else to
Oh.
go. But, no, bottom line, if you have to watch the show, please don't.
I only watched it because I'm getting paid. Where's my check?
It's in the mail.
Yeah, legitimately
What?
give Gigi like $10.
It's in the mail. But, the directing and the writing on the show, the writing at least gave me some fun chuckles and some laughs out of it, and some, like, what the fuck is this even happening moments. But a good amount of the direction and a lot of the performances, I think, in general, were very stiff and very stilted, and I think it's a huge detriment to the show. I'm gonna do my best. I'm doing my best here. Fuck.
But
But
is it the worst siscon show you've ever seen?
bitch, are
I've
you
never-
kidding me?
I've never watched another one of these.
Listen, I'm not dumb enough to watch a second SisCon show.
I will never watch another
mean,
one unless I'm getting paid.
No, there's a whole I'm not saying that it's a good genre, but the fact that it's a genre and there are lots of other shows that are about people being
Listen,
attracted to
people are into some weird
it's kind
fucking
of a-
shit. This does not do anything for me. But then again, most things don't do anything for me anyway.
I mean, we watched Brothers Conflict.
No, I don't know how, yeah, because it's not sexual in that you don't see any, like, penetration happening. So I guess it's just for the lonely guys who can't get nipples
If it
anymore?
got to the point where it became a hentai, this show would not even be talked about right now.
I thought the OVA was going to go there, but they didn't even
The
have the brass
closest
balls
it
to
fucking
do that.
got was the
Stop.
Scrubbing pads!
Scrubbing
pad!
Stop. I
Like,
lost
the
all my
fuck is
humanity. Stop. Megan, please wrap this up.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yes, please, I'm done. I'm gonna try and be nice as much as I can, but goddamn.
Don't.
Oh, I'm not gonna be nice for the sake of being nice.
There we go.
This dub sucked.
Yeah, we're not sugarcoating it here.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because I expect, like, look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, I'm not gonna cream cover it.
Fuck.
Thank you. You're not gonna spray it at an amusement park while shooting zombies?
Hold on a second. Panda! Pandoria, come here. Pandoria, please don't bark.
Puppy.
Yeah, we have, if anybody, I don't think I had her for when we recorded the dubbies.
No, I don't. It was a little after that you got her.
Yeah, I think I got her, like, the week after.
Yeah.
So, I have a new dog.
Pandoria.
Her name is Pandoria. We call her Panda.
Yeah, they're so
And
precious.
she has a little anxiety.
Oh, baby.
I'm trying to get her to go to sleep on her bed.
Oh, baby.
Go sleepy. Go sleepy.
Oh, excuse me.
I have please just don't bark. Just don't bark a lot, please. Okay, so this dub sucked. This dub was not good. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because there are talented people in this dub. And I understand that back at that time, some of these people maybe didn't have the experience that they do now, and they've obviously improved. But I know, I'm sorry. I know, Panda, it sucks so much balls. You had to be in here while I was watching it.
Panda had to experience the nightmare that is Nakaimo.
She was mostly sleeping and farting during it. I'm sorry about her barking.
It's fine.
It's okay.
But I know it's bad.
It was so bad. It was so bad, Mom.
Like,
you don't
I
understand.
know it's so bad, baby.
No, you don't understand.
Anyway.
It was so bad that it was played at the frequency that dogs could hear, and she hated it too.
Oh, God.
But
Oh, God.
the acting was as flat as Miyabi.
Fuck. Yup.
How long have you been waiting on that one?
A couple days now. The writing was at that point where some of it made it tolerable, but there are a couple lines that were over the line to me. Particularly the line, like, no schizophrenic episodes at school was a little offensive.
Yeah. There was, wasn't there a fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, no. There's the whole bit where it basically comes off as fucking conversion therapy.
Yeah.
That was, I
yeah.
was not a
The
fan of
gay
that.
conversion therapy
That
episode.
does not age
Which-
very...
What part was that again?
It was,
That was
it was
episode-
Episode
when
3?
the two
Episode
main... Yeah,
3.
like 3 or 4. Like, the two main girls, they were, like,
So what?
under the impression
They
that
tried
the
to
main
fuck him
guy was
straight.
into another guy, and they're like, you need to be into girls, we're gonna help you. It's like,
Yeah,
no.
they basically tried to fuck him straight, and that's just really not okay.
No.
Yeah, that
Hi,
is some
Japan.
Madoka Magica. But
Just,
you're girls.
like,
You can't
I get the
attracted
show
to
isn't
other
very
nonsense.
good. Like, I get it. I don't like the show. I'm acting like I do, but I fucking hate it. I gave it a 1 on Mao.
Oh, you were that generous?
They don't have a
Can't
rating
rate
lower
a
than that.
0.
I don't know if you can give it a 0.
She had to go as low as she could go, so.
I can't go any lower. Like, it's bad.
Yeah.
The dub is bad. There is no way to say that this dub has so little redeeming qualities to it that I wish that I was watching. Listen, this dub was so bad, I'd rather be watching the Dramatical Murder dub.
Ooh!
least I could.
It wasn't that bad.
At least I was more entertained by Dramatical Murder.
Also true. That dub is a bit more
That's
entertaining.
Yeah, I was more entertained by this, but we had my comparisons when I started talking.
Like, this seems like such a throwaway dub.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this seems like not even when, like, I've listened to throwaway dubs from Funimation on, like, throwaway shows. They sound much better than this.
Yeah, they get
This
they get a better dub than the show itself actually usually deserves half the time.
Yeah, like, this is a dub that made people think that Sentai was a joke back in the day. Like, shit like this existing is why people don't still trust Sentai. Even though Sentai has since then made a bunch of really good dubs.
No, they've gotten so much
But
better
they have
since then.
Yeah. Like,
They have.
this wasn't a good dub. The show is awful. The show should, like... If I don't know who's visually editing this, I kind of want to ask Jackson to do a quick turnaround for this. But you know that video of the guy yelling, "I'm going to jail"?
Maybe?
No.
Okay. This show will make the FBI agent in your laptop is gonna ask what the fuck is wrong with you.
FBI.
FBI, open up!
Yeah, open up!
Yeah, it's true.
There's very little redeeming qualities to the dub, there's little redeeming quality to the show. I think the direction is probably the worst aspect about it. I think Noah literally Noah put all the names of characters and actors to it, and I told him every single one of them was wrong.
Yeah, what I tried to do is, I tried to guess who the actors were to the character designs before watching the show, and I did. I got them all wrong.
Yeah.
Just, it's not a good dub. It's not great. I would rather be forced to watch Tom Brady win another Super Bowl than watch this again.
No! Don't say that! By the time this episode goes up, he will have already.
If he
and all my
has-
streams will be for nothing.
If he has, I demand $50. I don't care where it comes from.
Fuck that.
I demand $5. Okay, I demand 110 pull and Love Live. If I'm right about the Super Bowl
That's probably worth
from the
more.
Dub Talk Chest.
But my question then, Megan, is because the content itself is already non-redeemable. It's tasteless trash for people who want some tits to look at.
And they're not even good tits!
They're awful tits.
They're awful! Listen, nobody
saying they're
looked at the Lannister family and thought that was hot! Okay, maybe Circe, but...
Listen, I got
Again,
very
this-
uncomfortable with, like, when I watched the show...
Do I really
listen,
need a small
when I-
15-year-old girl drunk and naked confessing on a teenage boy in the middle of the
Listen,
night?
when
No!
I watched the show when it was airing, of course, when I watched it, it was censored. There weren't fucking nipples on those boobs, ladies and gentlemen, and now I'm watching it again, I'm like, this makes me very uncomfortable.
And they're
I
not
don't-
even well-drawn nipples!
I don't like it.
And this made it to
I
broadcast.
feel very uncomfortable. Why?
And again, it's not
In
even
short,
original.
if you
There are
want to
plenty
see
of
better
shows that have-
nipples, go find a porn artist and go to their Patreon. Don't watch this. It's boring, the dub is bad, and the horny part
Oh,
sucks.
hold on. No one
Anyway-
wanted to say something.
Well, I was just saying that you bring up a good point, and I didn't think this was something we were going to have to bring up, but you're right, those aren't good nipples. Like, if you want good anime nipples, like, there are better shows out there. Like, I think we've all seen Haganai.
Yeah, just go watch
Better.
DxD. Go watch True Love Rue.
There you go. So, yeah, but my
Just
question
don't watch
was...
this.
d-
This is what we're telling you. Watch anything
But,
but
okay,
this.
even if someone did have to watch this, is there anything that could...
Go watch True Love Rue. The dub is actually good.
I love To Love Ru. I hated this.
I mean, Two Love Rue's got more of a conflict going on. This is just, who will he bang?
Okay, are we good to move on?
Talk about the characters.
We're done now, right? This is it.
Do
This
we
is the
have
end of the
to?
episode.
No, we are only just beginning.
Oh, All right, rapid fire through this.
Alright, let's move on to our first two set of characters. Maiko Katori and Kurumi Kashidoki. Maiko Katori is their teacher who literally looks like a small child because this is someone's fetish.
It's Tanaka's fetish. Listen, we know that we know it's true though.
Ew.
We know it's true,
Ew.
unfortunately.
The Japanese FBI, I would say that the Japanese FBI is knocking on his door, but that's not true. He'll be given a $2,000 fine and allowed to keep writing in Weekly Shonen Jump.
Ouch.
That was topical. And we are not censoring that out.
That does not get caught. That does not
You
get
are
caught.
not allowed. No, I insist.
Damn, alright.
But, yes.
Kurumi Kashinoki. She works at a maid cafe called the Lyrical Sisters. She is one of the maids there in a first year.
That's it.
Is that the red-haired girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one you love oh so much with the biggest amount of sarcasm attached.
Playing Kotori is Tiffany Grant. Playing Kashinogi is Brittany Deans. Tiffany Grant you'll know as Asuka Langley Soryu in Neon Genesis Evangelion, Madam President in Golden Boy, and Shizuko Sato in MM. Brittany Deans you'll know as Nazuna in Log Horizon, Misako Hojo in Batum, and RPK in Upote.
Megan, I am insulted. I am insulted on behalf of many levels here. You mentioned Tiffany Grant, and you failed to mention that she is the premier animal voice in every Sentai dub that has come out in the past 25 years. How dare you?
Hey Noah, guess what?
Go fuck yourself.
What?
Go fuck
I
yourself.
would, but I tried, and it just doesn't go that far. I'm
Did you
sorry.
know that there's a specific type of vibrator called a rabbit?
Oh, shit.
Middle school was a weird time for me. But anyways,
Middle school is a weird time for everyone, Noah, let's be real here.
maybe we should censor that part out. How about, I'm just going to take it really quickly here, if that's okay, so we can get through this section.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead. I want Gigi to go for last. I want her to end it with a bang.
Honestly, I don't hear Tiffany Grant in a whole lot of stuff these days, so it was kind of nice to hear her again. She had probably the most normal sounding of all the voices, because she didn't try to put on like a cutesy-wootsy affection. Like, she's not in the running to bang Shogo in any way, so that was good. I was glad for that. I mean, we've all seen Mahoromatic. I don't think we wanted a repeat of that. So
I haven't seen Mahoromatic.
there's a cougar teacher in that show.
Cool.
When is there not a cougar teacher in a bad harem?
Also true.
In a bad harem. That's a good point. I'll put a chart together. But for the point of this episode, again, it's nice to hear Tiffany Grant actually playing characters, because I'm so used to her playing animal voices and things like Kaleido Star and Flip Flappers and anything else that requires an animal character in any Sentai dub. So, but she's good. Like, she's totally fine here. She gets one provocative line where she's like, to the students, she's like, and if you work out, you'll have a nice body like mine. And the camera focuses on her butt, and I'm like, no, do not want. Tiffany, you're too good for this. So, but honestly, there was nothing bad about her performance. It was just nice to hear her again. And I really don't have any notes on Brittany's performance, because it's not good. This is the kind where I will agree with you guys in that it's not just flat, it's like almost incompetent to listen to. It's the kind of thing where you hear the reading of lines, and they're very simple lines, but you don't think any human being would say it quite like that. And I don't know if that's a direction thing or just Brittany as an actress before, because I don't think I've heard her in anything else outside of this, but it wasn't good. It ain't one good at all. I don't have anything else to add.
No, where you?
Yeah.
All right, Steph.
I have 0 notes on these characters. Because they basically don't do anything.
Yay!
Kotori, the teacher, is basically someone's fetish. It's basically the only purpose that this character serves. And I guess maybe the short stack lolicon. I don't fucking know what it is.
That's a good point.
But,
In the cross section of fetishes here, you're right. We've got to get the teacher so she's intellectual.
yes.
We also got to make sure she's lolly shaped to appeal to the
That's the only
perverts out
purpose
there.
that the character serves, really. And I will admit, I like the teacher. She's spunky and sassy. I like her. I do, actually. And Tiffany's performance isn't bad. It just took a bit for me to really, kind of adjust to it. Because Tiffany Grant's tone of voice is very, very specific. So, and sometimes coming out of what looks to be a pint-sized character can sometimes be a little weird and jarring. It works because the character is an adult and a teacher. What doesn't work is the fact that Japan made her a fucking short stack and a child, basically. That's where it's weird. But, for what it is, I think Tiffany was fine. She did okay. Oh my god. Sweetie, no. Sweetie, no.
That could be any character.
Again, I'm gonna be trying as nice and as critical as humanly possible, but this show makes it very difficult. I wasn't a fan of Kurumi and Brittany Dean's performance. Everything just seemed odd about it. It's hard to describe. Again, I don't have notes on her. But she had a lot of stilted dialogue and stilted moments, and she kind of came off wooden at times, and it was just, I think it was just a mix of like, oh no, something went wrong here. Like, I suspect a lot of it was maybe on the directing front, honestly. This show is one of those shows where the actors are gonna do the best they fucking can with the material they're given. Like, bar none. But that doesn't mean it's gonna turn out great because of it. And this is one of those casualties. Thankfully, Kurumi doesn't do a ton, so we don't see her as much. If at all. I think we only see her, 3 times in the whole show, really? But... yeah. From what I heard of it, it was one of, I think maybe... I'm about to say 2, but I'm looking at the list even more, and I'm like, no, I can't even say 2. There's more performances that were very rough. Oh, one's in the next section, actually. Oh, shit. Fuck. I'm done.
How much vodka do you got left?
I'm almost out of my first cup of coffee, so I might have to go get some more coffee soon. I'm not gonna put any more vodka in it, though. I'm done with that. This is technically, my 3rd round of vodka today, so...
Now, you see, Nakaimo, you should learn from Lilac here. When you make a mistake, you don't repeat it. That's something that you should have figured out in the first episode.
Listen, but if we did that, we wouldn't be here to begin with now, would we?
Look, there was a point in the show where at the next episode preview, they said, and now we're going to move this entirely over to, Super Sentai parody show instead. And I was thinking, please let him do that. Just make it a 2 show entirely.
I'm not gonna lie, now I feel really
That's
bad.
Fine.
No,
you're fine.
You're fine. We're gonna come out stronger as a group because of this horse shit.
That is true. So much smarter.
We can't just talk about the good shit all the time.
Noah, why did you ever assume I was smart?
See, when I made that reaction when the show came up as an idea, I was trying to save everybody from this. Because I know how bad this is. But, at the same time, we're gonna come out stronger as a group, as friends.
Literally, Steph telling me to not do this is literally that picture from Arthur that says this sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Basically what that is!
That's a visual that's going up.
But here we are. We're gonna make it together. I am done. Please, someone go next.
Alright, I'll go next. Here's the best thing about Tiffany's great performance. It didn't bother me. That's all I have to say.
Giving you a golf clap.
She's here. Yeah, I'm just like, you know what, Tiffany? Good on you. Thankfully you don't want to fuck any of your students. So you're a step up from domestic girlfriend.
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, this fucking maid. I think she's the worst performance in the show, but I can't tell.
It's fucking hard to tell, but you're right. Who's on worst? I don't know anymore.
It's hard to tell if she's the worst performance in the show because she only shows up a couple times, but when she does, you're just like, the only thing I want you to serve me is a subpoena so I can get the fuck out of this anime.
I need an eject button so I can fucking jet backpack out.
She sound like,
yes.
I get she's trying. Obviously, this actress Brittany might have improved since this. I don't know. But her performance in, whatever the fuck we're
This
talking
thing.
about.
Still exists.
Nakaimo. Sounds like she's not a maid greeting me at a cutesy anime girl cafe. She's a girl giving me a cutesy anime girl cafe while offering me a menu at the Waffle House.
Girl, they give you a menu at the Waffle House?
You got pictures. I drew
It's
pictures.
got pictures and everything.
Comment down below if you got that reference.
I drew pictures on the menu card.
Listen, this
fine.
bitch can't even spell right.
Give me crayons. I'll draw on the back on the on the fucking placemat thing. Come on now.
Also, the menus that she'd give you at Lyrical Sister is probably just as sticky as when you get at Waffle House. Anyway, Gigi, go ahead.
Shit. Not
I
wrong.
can say the best thing. Okay, the best thing about Tiffany Grant is that she's trying to act, and you can tell that she's acting.
Yes.
When I saw her, like, I swear to God, sometimes I think me and Chris are the same person because we saw her and we're like, okay, we know what this is going to be. And then the voice came out and we were like, oh, literally, oh, that doesn't match. But it's fine.
You thought it was gonna be like squeaky
Yes,
voice, right?
I did. I thought it was going to be squeaky voice. And it wasn't, but she can act. So it was okay. It was, I'm not going to say anything else about it because it was okay. Oh my God, this other girl. I swear to God. You see this character, this red-haired waitress girl, like once in the background doing something without talking. And I was like, she's going to be my best girl. And he's like, yeah, she is going to be your best girl. And then she opened her mouth and we both collectively went, ooh. I'm sorry. This is just really bad. It is like flatter than Miyabi bad. I just like, oh my God. It's, I don't know. But it's not just us. And I would like to quote to you this review that I found on Mal from the lovely user named Boobio1.
Oh,
Who said she
great name, first
Yes.
of all.
Bubio?
she is on instead of one of the worst voice actress that I have ever heard in a long time. How did this person get a job on Log Horizon?
Oh, no.
I haven't heard her do
wow.
anything else.
That's
That's
bad.
yeah, I feel really bad. I haven't heard her in anything else. I can't tell if she's ever gotten better or worse throughout the years. The only thing that I can see is that she's the assistant director for Chihaya Furu. And, well, we haven't talked about that yet, but I mean, that was cool.
We need to change that at some point.
Yeah, we really do. Oh God, this performance was just, something was off. Something wasn't right. And y'all who listen to this, you could tell something just was not right. Like,
Yep.
and she's, according to her credits, newer, right? So maybe she just needs more training. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah,
This-
we have
It's
to
not too late.
take into account that this is a probably 2013 dub that came out. So it's been
It was-
7 years.
It was
7
not
8 years.
great.
So.
It's not too late, Gigi. We can pivot this to a Chihaya Furu episode right
I
here
haven't
now.
watched
Oh.
it. We
They
can't
stop
pivot it.
us.
I haven't seen it.
I don't care. Just do it. Do it now.
There's a lot of bad performances in this dub, but this one was just, it's in a league of its own. I couldn't even riff tracks it. I just cringed a lot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you've gotten better since then or have done more things that aren't on your credits. I can't compare it to anything else. Please don't come at me.
Yeah.
Please.
I think that's a
We can move on
I
to
think
the
it's a
next.
big detriment because a good amount of these performances we don't have a frame of reference of them in another show, and Brittany Dean's is one of them, unfortunately. So we can't.
I think there's only one or two other people we don't have a frame of reference. Everybody else we do.
Much people can improve. It's just unfortunately we don't have a frame of reference for some of these other actors, and it makes it very difficult, unfortunately.
Maybe the directing was bad. I don't know.
Oh,
It wasn't great. Let's keep going.
Yeah, keep the pain train going.
Let's start actually unlocking the door to the
Hooray.
harem itself. Aren't you
Let's
happy,
get this
guys?
fucking over
I
with.
don't have enough quarters to turn that knob.
Let's get
My
this over
back
with.
hurts.
Alright, so let's start. Next up, we have 3 characters who are members of the Harem. Mai Sakura. She owns the cafe called the Lyrical Sister Cafe, where basically everybody gets to come in and it's basically like a fetish cafe, and the fetish is Oni-chan, Oni-san. Yeah. Siscon.
And surprisingly, the staff there are not being held against their will.
Also true. Anyway.
There's something in the water at that high school.
Not wrong.
She is a super smart girl who was abandoned into an orphanage, and then she got adopted by a smart man. She lived in Boston.
Where was the accent?
The fact that the story included the fact that she was in Massachusetts.
Oh, Nissan, where you gonna park the car in Harvard Yard? I want some Sam Adams and some Dunkin'.
Dunkin'.
Look here.
Departed.
You don't know nothing about the Boston accent, alright? I lived there for 5 fucking years. I know what a Boston accent sounds like. Thank you very much.
Shogo, why did the
Shut
socks
up, Joey
fucking
Wheeler.
suck?
Let's keep going.
I can't do a Boston accent, but I can do a Brooklyn accent, apparently. Then there is Yuzuru Hosho. She is a mysterious girl who poses as Shogo's real sister. Her real name is actually Anari Udano. She is a child actress that was in Shogo's favorite show. She is working with the enemies. Shut up, Noah. She's working with the enemy to cause a scandal for Shogo. You know, like molesting an underage girl while she's drunk.
Hooray.
And then there is the actual best girl in the series who should have fucking won. Ikasu Mizutani. She poses as a man named Mr. X. She's actually like basically she's like a fucking ninja for the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who poses as a guy, and does nude yoga. They are in fact the best character in the show. Here we go. Playing May is Meg McDonald. Playing Yuzurina.
It's like Yuzuriha, but it's not instead of ha.
Yuzurina, played by Megan Avocato. Not avocado, Avocato. And playing Iksu is Kara Greenberg. Meg McDonald, you'll know their works as characters such as Ai Hoshimiya in Bodacious Space Pirates, Rika Takanashi in Love, Chibunyo, and Other Delusions, and Haruka Saigusa in Little Busters. Megan Avocato.
How much have you had to drink?
Avocato?
Not enough, clearly.
I have like a quarter of the can left.
That would explain it.
She plays Megumi Wanibuchi in AKB 0048, Tatsuhishi Hamaya in MM, and Lezerit and Fate Khalid
linear prism.
Fate Khalid. Yeah.
Fate go to jail.
Also true. Yes. Fuck.
Kara Greenberg, you'll know as characters such as Sane Furukawa in Clannad, Miyoko Hojo in Food Wars, in Nagi Ichinose, and Neon Koi. If you ever make me do an episode on Neon Core, I will come kill you all in your sleep.
Oh, I like that show.
I hate Neon Koi! And I love cats!
So who's the first victim?
You know what? Gigi, go first.
All right. Well, I forgot everyone who you were already talking about, so I'm just gonna make stuff up.
So
we're talking about the little witch girl, right? Who?
Yes, witch girl.
Yes.
I heard witch girl.
The quote unquote
All right,
sister.
I'm joking, guys. I got it. I got it.
Okay, I'm about to say,
Right,
like,
what are we talking
if you're splanking and spacing out for this, I don't blame you.
No, I got this. All right. So little witch girl May, who I really, really wanted to like, and I thought from the opening she would be my best girl. Oh man, I really love Meg McDonald a lot. She is a great person, and she's funny, and she does good work in other shows. Not this one. It's, oh my god, it's so flat. It's so flat. I can't with it. It's not, I don't want it. I just didn't want it.
It's So what
It's
you're saying is
supposed
that what
What?
you're saying is that this is odd because you can't even. Dad puns.
I can't
Limit
even
time.
with you right the fuck now, Noah. God
Hey
damn.
Noah, do you? Hey, Gigi, do you have Jenny's number?
No,
Who?
I
Jenny.
didn't give it to her. And I'm holding
No,
it.
I
was
don't
gonna
have
say,
her
hey-
number.
Hey Noah, I'd be careful because there might be a ring in your future and it's not for your finger.
Ooh.
Hey, I don't cook and I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Fuck.
Anyway.
I understood the reference too. Fuck you.
Sorry, Gigi.
I'm
Gigi,
on
take the
TikTok way too much, watching videos, scrolling through.
Yeah, I just didn't like it. I'm sorry. It was not my thing. It wasn't as bad as the red-haired girl, but I just like it started out okay, and then I think it got progressively worse as the anime went on. I don't know why. I don't know why a Boston accent would have improved it.
Boston.
Boston accent would improve anything.
So we've got Megan Avocado, who I also refer to as Megan Avocado with a like the whatever an avocado is. Is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? I don't really know. Anyway,
Well, actually, it's a fruit because a fruit has the seed in the inside.
Alright,
of it, whereas a
smartass.
vegetable
Alright,
is made of
smartass.
root or the
Now's not
stem.
the
Cool.
time for your smartassery. Shut up.
so at first I thought this was a pen name just so we wouldn't be able to tell who the sister was. And I was like, oh, so I'm not even going to look her up because at the end it's going to be somebody else in the credits because this is a fake name. It's going to fake us out because the first phone call is very clearly the actress who plays the sister. And I was like, but it doesn't sound like her for the rest of the show. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then I was like, oh, this girl has the same voice as this girl. And I was like, all right. Yeah, nope. Sorry.
Whoops.
I will tell you when this performance got really good. It's when she stopped trying to act.
Yes.
Like, after Yuzurina got found out that she wasn't really the little sister, that's when Megan got really good at this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, oh my god, you were hiding under there the whole time.
I will
Like-
100% agree with that statement. I thought it was better after she dropped the facade.
Yeah, like, all the phone calls, like, they didn't, want me to take my clothes off in the bath or anything, all the big brother, you're my big brother, please, you can marry whoever you want, big brother, because I'm your sister. I love you platonic. No, when she stopped the acting, it got way better. And I was like, you were there the whole time. Like, why? That may have been a directing choice, but oh man, she was way better after she dropped that. And then yes, like Megan said, what's her face? The ninja person?
Yes.
Ikusu. Oh my god, Kara Greenberg. I know she's been in a lot of things, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. But she was really good. Although when Ikusu first came in, I was like, that's clearly a girl.
Yes.
Like,
Not
clearly a
even trying to hide
girl.
it.
Like, I was like, that she's trying to be a boy. Like, I don't really understand. That is clearly a woman under there.
Mhm.
So I was like, but she still did a really great job, and she did one of the best acting performances other than like a main character. So good on her. I'm sorry, Meg McDonald. I just really didn't like it. Other people will probably say that they will disagree with me. Please do, because I love her and she's a really good actress. And this was just not the thing. And I hated the OVA.
No. Scrubbing pads.
Okay,
For those of you who have watched the
Scrubbing
OVA,
pads,
I
fucking
screamed out loud. I was so thrown off my rocker.
Oh my god.
That's why Megan's dog was barking.
Actually, she was really good in that part. She was good in the OVA.
She was fun in the OVA.
All right, I'm done.
But see, I don't agree that Meg was like bad.
Go ahead, Noah.
What?
You go ahead, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I love disagreeing with Gigi, so this is my favorite game in the world. So
It's true.
we do. We disagree on a lot. We agree on a lot too, but this time we don't because it's because Meg has just like so much color in the way she speaks and talks, which I didn't even take to be like an attempt at a Boston accent. I just took it as like the younger sounding of the characters, because even though she's supposed to be the same age as all the other girls in the harem, she sounds like a lot more youthful sounding. And I think it's because she like she kind of like muddles her words a little bit, but not in a way you can't understand it. It's the kind of way that you get from someone who's really enthusiastic about things. And so, yeah, throughout the whole thing, I'm not really getting that Meg's performance was below her pay grade, as it were. In fact, I'm all for witch characters in anime. I mean, we've all seen Wish Upon the Pleiades. So it's just that because she was... What is wrong with you humans?
A lot of things are wrong with me, Noah. Do we need to start a fucking list?
Well, we can make that a separate podcast. What is wrong with Lilac? We'll get started on that next month. But for this show...
It'll be like 50 pages long, it's fine.
A podcast has pages. Interesting.
Yeah.
I want to give Meg her credit is the only thing. And I want to give a lot of the actresses here credit in that, you've got a really thankless job here, and I can't imagine anyone went into the audition process for this thinking that this was going to be the role that defined them. But Meg was definitely one where I thought she was giving it her all. And she even gets some snarky comments, like at the very end of the show, where every girl is hitting on Shogo, and she kind of looks at him and says, "Shogo, you are quite the playboy." And I was like, yes, that is the snark I was looking for in this show. I will take it in those millimeter drops of it. So thank you, Meg. I don't have as many notes on Megan Avocato's performance because she shows up at the 3/4 mark of the show, and kind of like what Gigi said before, she kind of shows up to initiate this mystery angle throughout the whole show. But we knew, like, you should have known at this point that a character showing up claiming to be the character's sister, and we're like, no, you can't do this. You already did this 4 times in the show already, and those were all proven to be false. So no, I am not falling for that again. And lo and behold, you're right, it wasn't. She wasn't the one. But she did. She got better when the facade of being an innocent person dropped. So yes, I don't know what else Megan has done in the past, but for this, she was perfectly passable as an actress. Now, I'm not going to give grief to Kara for her performance as nude ninja, as I've come to call her, but I am going to give some grief on the casting portion here. Everyone here who's in the call, and anyone listening to this podcast as well, please raise your hand if you have heard an ambiguously gendered actress before. Go ahead, raise your hands.
Me.
Every one of you. You've heard voices where it's a girl in the casting, but it sounds close to a boy as well. It's not gender neutral. What's what I'm looking for here? I want to say ambidextrous, but I know that's not the right word.
Ambidextrous.
No, that means you can write with your right and your left hand.
Androgynous is the right word. There it is.
Yes,
androgynous.
Begins with an A, just not ambidextrous, Noah.
It is.
You're on the right track.
Thank you. I was going to grab the dictionary and just go through all the A words.
Oh god, no.
But,
we'd be here all night.
But, they decided not to cast our ninja character as an androgynous actress. It's one that is clearly given a very female voice. So yeah, I didn't buy the oh no, the 2 boys kissing on the roof. I've heard spicy tales about this. I'm like, bitch, that's a girl, and anyone can tell that. But honestly, for what she did, she was really lower toned compared to all the other ones, and she was very much in control too, which was fun to listen to. It was fun to listen to a character who was more aware of how ridiculous the situation was, although for some reason she didn't know how babies are made, which seemed really weird
Jesus
to me.
Christ, that scene.
But let's be honest here. Like there have been, people who go through their whole lives not knowing how babies are made. I mean, we've all seen Shimonetta before.
No.
So I guess it's not that unbelievable.
I mean, Republicans exist.
Oof.
We're allowed to say that now. So those are my notes. So honestly, serviceable performances, and Meg just needs to be in everything.
Who is it, me or you?
Go ahead. I have Reese's in my mouth.
All right. God, I want Reese's. Now I want chocolate. I'm actually gonna start.
So do I. I'm gonna do this one.
I'm gonna start with Megan actually on this one, and say, and I'm gonna agree with pretty much everything that's been said so far. It was okay. It was like, oh, like you see, like, oh, big brother, I want to help you with things, but the highlight of Megan's performance is definitely when she had to drop the facade when she was found out that no, you're not the sister, you're just an actress that got hired to cause some shit. And I was like, yes, okay, I like this now. This is fine. It's great. I know Noah just left the room to get candy. Or chocolate.
Roast him while he can't defend himself.
Well, I wanted to, like, argue against him a little bit about Kara a bit. Because when he said that, like, Kara made it obvious that this was a girl and not a girl dressed as a guy and not even hiding it. Well, I do kind of agree with that. For some reason, I think that was the point, and that's why that this was the direction it went.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Noah's back. Hello.
No, I mean, you can't get off to the androgynous character if it doesn't sound like a girl, right?
Not if you're a coward, you can't.
Well, obviously, who do you think is watching this?
I mean, I don't get off on anything really, but you know, whatever. No, but I think, like, well, yes, it to us, the audience, is like, bitch, that's a girl, you're fucking stupid. I think that's kind of the point that they went with, and that was a purposeful choice that was made here. Other than that, I do like Kara as Iksu. Clearly one of the better characters of the show. Personally, I forgot that Iksu actually has moments where she does flirt with, Shoko. So my brain was thinking a different character should have won anyway, and not Iksu, but Iksu probably should have fucking won in the end. My opinion of who this kid should have ended up with, I have one who is, I think, the best character of the show, but I have, taking things into consideration, I think I have who should have been the best match out of the show. Both of which are actually going to be talked about next. But, friggin' hell, where am I? Kara! Kara, I think, was fine. Definitely one of the, at least to me, one of the better parts of the show. Oh, no. Oh, no. I love Meg McDonald. I do! She's amazing and wonderful, and she's done some great work. This is not one of them.
Thank you.
See, Gigi said that it started out okay, and then it went downhill from there. I'm of the opinion that it started out bad, and it just never got good. Like, she had... I think a lot of it has to do probably with the direction and some of the lines that she had to read, honestly. Where it was so stiff and stilted, and I think May's character was the biggest problem that I had this with all the stilted dialogue. And because when you give May a fun, snappy line like the one Noah mentioned at the end of the show, cool, I like it, it comes out. But then when you try to go other ways and make her a potential romantic interest, that's when I'm like, no, sweetie. No.
But you don't understand, Lilac. Like, she's got a sad backstory.
I don't give a
there's nothing more attractive.
I don't give a fuck.
Are you
This
telling me
bitch
there's no dating?
This
Sam?
bitch
There's
is
no
from
novels?
Boston. She's from Boston. I lived in Boston. I lived in the Boston area for 5 fucking years. Those people are.
Come on, Shoga, park your car and have it yard.
You better eat these cream puffs. I bought them from Dunkin'.
Dunk your donuts into my hot coffee.
Get your car. Let's get in the car. Let's go. Depart it.
Okay, after we're done recording this, can we all go watch The Heat instead?
No. After we record this, can we go watch that fucking AMV about Massachusetts instead?
Yes!
I vote that we do that. Because fuck you. We need something good in our lives after this. Anyway, unfortunately, I think Meg's character, May, was the one character that really got stuck with the stiffest, stilted dialogue in the whole fucking show, and it made her performance suffer from it. So, listen. When I say that it was stiff from the fucking beginning, and it didn't get better. Like...
Listen, Steph's the only one of us who's touched another man's stiffy in a while, so I think she would be an authority on it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Listen.
You threw my back out. Oh my god, it hurts so bad.
See, it was worth it. It was worth going through the episode just for this reaction. And now I can die happy.
There's so many potential things that could be the highlight for this.
It has to be this, though! Fuck you, it's this!
It might have to be this.
Oh my god, it hurts!
That has to be the Patreon preview.
Editor! Whoever the fuck is editing this, please make this the Patreon clip, because that shit's priceless. Fuck!
I'm crying.
It's gonna be like, damn, Noah, you don't touch your own dick. I'm sorry.
You haven't touched your own dick.
You said another man's dick.
Wait, no. If you haven't touched your own dick, how the fuck do you pee?
Well, you mean, there's you can use tongs or maybe 2 spatulas.
I'm
Just call Noah the American Sniper.
I'm dying.
Well, they do. Oh, my nickname was Tripod for a while.
Oh my god! I'm dying! Oh shit!
Sure,
Does your
we'll go
dick
with
hang
that.
low? Does it wobble? Does it flow? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Can you throw it over Jenny's shoulder like a compliment? Does your dick hang low?
Somebody get that gif of what was that one show, Close Enough, where the guy makes a bet. You clown, you can't make a giraffe, can you? Wait for it.
I'm dying. Oh shit.
Are there rails left? Can we get back on the rails?
No!
Or is this
I'm
over?
so glad I put my microphone
rails
down
from the
for
beginning
most
of this
that.
fucking episode. Are you kidding me? Oh.
Joke's on you to ever assume there was rails.
Who's
No,
getting
but that's what
railed?
everyone wants to get.
Ha! Who's getting railed? Not Noah.
He probably will after
I'll
this
live with it.
episode.
Happy Valentine's Day, ladies and gents. Okay, bottom line. I think that May is the one that suffered the most from the stilted, stiff dialogue. And unfortunately, that really hindered Meg McDonald's performance. And yeah, that Megan Avocado was okay until she dropped the facade, and then it was like, bitch, give me more of that. And then Kara Greenberg, I think it's just the direction that came up of, hey, let's make this as obvious as fucking possible to everyone but the characters in the goddamn show. But, yeah, I'm good. I need to breathe now. Shit.
Okay, so we were on... Okay, here we go. I'll start with Megan Avocado. I'm not gonna lie, when you guys were arguing about if an avocado is a fruit or a vegetable, I remembered how big an avocado pit is, like the seed.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you could make some pretty big ass anal beads with those.
My God.
That tells you how drunk I
Oh
am.
no.
You know,
We said we were
been
never
important.
gonna have anyone get drunk on podcast ever again, but right now we just have to.
You guys,
I've been drunk on at least 2 W's since then, so don't even say anything.
You're not wrong, but still.
Okay, so
I'm
I
still
totally agree
sober.
that Megan's sister act voice was really forced and bad. Listen, Whoopi Goldberg herself could have played this and it still would have sucked.
you're right, absolutely. Imagine.
oh, just take it day by day.
Step by step. Sorry.
Day by
No.
day.
There, Megan got the sister act joke. Fuck you guys.
I haven't seen Sister Act.
You haven't seen Sister Act?
No.
that disqualifies you from this episode. I thought we were doing an episode on Sister Act. All my notes here are about,
Well,
Maggie
I guess we
Smith,
can add to that. I can tell the next time Patrick sees you in Bangor, he can give you a copy of Sister Act.
Listen, he already got me
Have you
fucking
watched
Homeward
Homeward Bound
Bound.
yet?
I don't think we need anything else right now.
Anyway, I think she did an okay job when I thought she did a better job, like everyone says, when she dropped the act for like that 5 seconds and then yeeted herself off the face of the earth.
That was the best part. She yeeted herself off the face of the earth.
She literally does. She just is like, well, bye. She's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go like suck some dude's dick in a back alley.
It's fine.
No. What happens to actresses? When they get too old to play cute girls anymore, is they disappear for a while and then they reappear as army wives in made-for-TV movies.
You're not wrong, which is very sad.
Congratulations to Rina for becoming the next Prime Minister of Japan. If Ronald Reagan can do it in America. But I thought she was fine. Meg McDonald. Oh, Meg. I know you're a much better actress than this, or a much better performer. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. This ain't cutting it. It is one of the worst performances in this show. Out of the main harem of girls, she is the worst.
Which is sad for me because I like this character.
Yeah, I really like this character, and I think there are points where she does get to shine, but, like, let's be real, the scene where she starts wanting to make scientifically sexy babies should be a lot more hot and heavy. And let's be real here, I wouldn't achieve full chub even with Viagra to that.
Ooh. Ouch.
Listen, anything I can to get that fucking one screenshot of cells at work code black going, we will achieve that erection. That I can, I will. Please let somebody dub that because I want to laugh my ass off to that fucking shit. It is the most, like, fucking conservative, heteronormal bullshit I've ever seen. And I've seen episodes of Darling in the Franxx. Okay, but, like, Meg's trying, and I get that. Just, I don't know if it's her or just bad direction. I'm going to lean more towards bad direction.
Yeah, that's what I think
because,
too, honestly.
I won't say bad direction,
like,
maybe misdirection.
Inadequate direction.
Inadequate direction. Probably, like, Shogo's sex life.
Zing.
What are you talking about? He's got 4.5 girls going after him at the same time. How was that bad?
I mean, can he actually satisfy them all, though?
He ain't even trying.
About to say, this boy wouldn't know the first...
Give me the confidence of a cis harem protagonist.
This boy wouldn't know the first thing to do in a goddamn orgy, and you expect him to satisfy all of these ladies at the same fucking time? Are you kidding me?
Well, he is from an anime, which means that he has more cum shot in him than any human male ever will.
That doesn't mean jack shit, though.
Anyway, moving on to who should have actually won.
Yes.
I actually really liked Kara as Iksu. I know it wasn't, like, the most androgynous boy-y, but I liked it, and I thought that it could carry the show as best as they could. I actually thought their performance was better than our lead male performance, and that's saying something.
You wanted her to get the girls, didn't you?
Yes.
No, I wanted her to peg Shogo.
No. I'd rather she be the one who gets the girls, honestly.
Yeah, have her be the big
No! Brother. I mean, yes, but also, I'm here for men getting pegged.
Men getting pegged!
Right.
Pegged.
Fuck.
I would not be... Listen, I would not be opposed to an Omegaverse version of the show, where Iksu is the alpha and Shogo has her,
the Omega.
her babies.
Shogo's the Omega.
Yes, Shogo had butt babies.
Well, Noah contemplates this scenario.
Well, Noah contemplates how this works.
Yes, give me a minute. I can get my biology book out here.
Oh boy. Anyway.
The baby is stored in the anus.
The pee is stored in the balls.
Fuck!
The pee is stored in the balls, and the baby is stored in the anus in the Omega.
And speaking of people who don't know how babies are made.
Yeah, Iksu, I was surprised that Iksu doesn't, but Iksu's a ninja, and ninjas don't have any needs for babies unless they're gonna be like in Kung Pao, where they like spread their legs and use the babies as like shirts.
What?
That's not.
Just like spread the legs and just like baby cannon. I swear to God, there's probably a hentai Naruto dojin where that happens.
I'm very concerned now.
I'm drunk.
You keep telling me to watch fucking Kung Pao. Like, you fucking told me.
No, you should watch Kung Pao. No, Kung Pao Into the Fist is a great movie.
But now I'm concerned.
There's no actual scene like that with the. There is a scene with the baby, but it's not like that.
I was like, hang on a second.
Also, according to Amazon Prime, Kung Pao Into the Fist is just a My Hero OVA. Anyway, moving on.
The one thing I want to say one thing about Iksu is that although she is the best character, she also gives us like the most immoral part dialogue, where she basically tells Shogo, just bang both the girls and just see which one gets pregnant first.
Yes.
That kind of turned me off.
I mean, it's amoral, but the contract does say have a life partner.
Yeah, it doesn't say only have
and
one.
nothing says life partner like a shotgun wedding.
Jesus Christ.
That's true, and you're right.
This episode brought to you by the state of Alabama.
Oh no.
They know what they did.
Oh no.
You think maybe the government like put that dialogue in there, like, look, we need you people fucking as much as possible. If we have to squeeze it into our titty time show.
Shinzo, he may not be prime minister anymore, but Shinzo Abe has entered the chat.
Oh no, I just thought of something. Have I ever told you about this place in Maine? It's called Hussey's General Store.
No.
So,
no.
The reason why I just thought of it. So in Maine, in the small town in the middle of fucking nowhere, there's a place called Hussey's General Store. And the marquee on it has not changed at all. And I have been in that area a few times and like for years. You wanna know what the fucking marquee says?
Surprise us.
3 things that apparently they have, and they actually do. Guns, wedding gowns, and cold beer.
Well, what else do you need?
Like, I'm not kidding. Because Megan said shotgun wedding, and I'm not kidding. This is what it is.
I've been told that Maine is the Alabama of the North.
This, like, I'm not kidding. If you look at the Google link in the results, the fucking sign. That's what it says. And legit, they have all 3 of those fucking things.
Anyway, are we good to move on?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. The word shotgun
so
wedding
let's
made
move
me
on
think of it.
to moving on to a pair of characters who should have never ever had interest in Shogo and should just marry each other.
Fair.
They are Mana Tendo and Rinka Kunitachi. Maya Tendo! I don't know why she's here. She's literally there to eat sweets, be the man-child, and I guess she's just there for fun.
I'll tell you.
Therefore, she should be the other person who should win.
I'll tell you what she's there for. Pancakes.
She's basically
Correct.
me in anime form.
She's there for something big and jiggly.
Pancakes.
Except for, I don't think she prefers her syrup to be brown, because if it was, I think Shogo would need to get that checked by a
Ooh,
doctor.
shit. Ah! Anyway.
Haha, STD. Rinka is the vice president, who is essentially the, like, Ojo-sama of the harem. She's basically there to... You basically find out that, like, she helps with the whole sister bullshit, because her parents' company, like, helps out with that. And she tries to cause a scandal, basically to get out of her own engaged marriage, and then Rinka tries to pursue Shogo as her real boyfriend, and she's just the Ojo-sama character. So, playing Mana Tendo is Emily Neves, and playing Rinka Kunitachi is no stranger to our Valentine's Day episodes.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
It's our good friend Maggie Fleckaway.
Yay.
Emily Neves, you'll know as characters such as Takako Suguriya in Another, Rinda Aldina Jana in Green Saga, and Nikone in Underwater Ray Romano, the Brad faces. I mean, Udaware Mono, the false faces.
I really wish the packaging for that show would just say Underwater Romano on it.
And then have
Underwater
a picture of Ray Romano
the
on
Brad
the cover.
faces. Just make it somebody. Listen, I've already photoshopped a shitty image for that. Don't give me any more fuel. Anyway, Emily Neves. Okay, Maggie Fleckaway, you'll know such as characters as Sausage in Amnesia.
For those who don't know,
Don't explain the joke. Don't explain the joke.
Just make them go back and watch that episode.
Make them go back
fine,
and
go watch
that
the
episode.
Amnesia episode we did 3-4 years ago. Now
Anyway,
you'll understand the reference.
Sausage in Amnesia, Yui Komori in Diabolic Lovers, and Shiori Adachi in Toreku the Animation. Alright. You know what? Noah, go first.
Okay, so you're right. Rinka's persona is kind of the Ojo-sama. And she's got blonde hair, which is the only defining physical trait of hers, which means that she must be in an arranged marriage, which is, again, another thing that I'm so sick of seeing in anime.
I thought you
before.
said
I was
because she
watching-
was blonde, she was going to be the foreigner of the group, and she technically is.
Well, she is, and that's why she's
both a
runner-up.
foreigner and the Ojo-sama.
Right, and obviously, I mean, we've all seen Citrus. We've seen arranged marriage characters before who try to get out of it with their lesbian lovers. This is nothing new. You're not doing anything new, Nakaimo. What do you think you're doing? But Rinka's voice, Maggie's voice, is a little more older sounding. It's kind of more didactic than the rest of the characters, and doesn't really. Okay, here's the problem: is that I wanted to like her arc, as I wanted to like this entire show. I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt. But by the time her arc rolls around, and we're finding out she's in an arranged marriage, and she's trying to get out of it, and then she starts hitting on Shogo, it's like halfway through the series by now, at which point I kind of given up on emotional investment in any of the characters' lives. Not even a...
You were emotionally invested?
I said I ran out.
What she's saying is you were emotionally invested to begin with.
I tried. I tried so much.
See, that's your mistake.
It is my mistake, and I have no one to blame but myself for that.
Yes.
So, when I say that Maggie's performance didn't really stand out to me too much, that's not a knock against her actual voice acting. I think it's just at that point in watching the show, my attempts to try to feign any semblance of attachment has started to wane down. And we knew that she was going to be tried to play up as a romantic interest, because in the second episode, she's dancing with Shogo, and she's got the blush face on, like, whoa, an XY chromosome. I must be fawning over it, because that's how it works in these damn shows. Every time, it's like, you got one milquetoast male character, and he's suddenly Casanova. But to give full credit, Maggie did nothing wrong either. Actually, she held down the kind of snotty rich girl, but she just wants love kind of voice that this character needed. So yeah, Maggie, you did a good job. Now I'll tell you exactly why Emily needed this character in this. Why I want to say Tendo, not the character from Gamers, but that's a different.
This
character.
is
in the
Tendo, though.
It's entirely different. Not from Review Starlight either. This is entirely here to act as a red herring. Because here's the thing. Promotional imagery for this show had the 5 main girls as the ones who are like, okay, one of them is going to be the sister here. But she does nothing throughout this entire show. She doesn't flirt with the main character. She has no tragic backstory. She's just there to have fun. Which is why I thought, that's gonna be the sister. It's gonna be like the one that nobody suspected throughout the whole thing. And I was like, I am so clever. Look at my board of red strings connecting the dots that show how the show's gonna end. I waited, and it never happened. And I was so disappointed in myself when that didn't happen. But that's okay, because Emily is just fun to listen to in anything she's in. And for this one, she got to be playful and a little bit ditzy while still being the president, which I think is supposed to be the joke. But she also kind of switched to a sweeter, comforting voice, too. when she had to actually be presidential throughout. So Emily's one of those characters who actually gets to play two different types of characters throughout this. And that was way more depth and more analysis than this show deserves. So, take the microphone away, somebody else.
I don't care who goes, just go.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about our girl, Maggie, who's no stranger to Valentine's Day. In the cage.
She's been here for years.
She's been here for years. So I'm gonna give you her this. This is the best I've ever heard her sound. The best.
Wow.
Didn't this predate Amnesia and shit too?
It did.
Yes.
Maybe this sucked all of her talent out.
No.
And you know me, I always like the blonde girl best in any anime because she's the blonde girl. I didn't like her the best in this anime, but that's the character, not the voice. As soon as Rinka opened her mouth, I was like, that's Maggie Fleckno. I was like, that's like Yui with slightly more balls.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, there she is. But you know what? It was adequate. Like, it wasn't amazing, but literally for Maggie, this is the best I've ever heard her sound. Wait, I take that back. She was, I forget Red Garden exists.
That's okay. A lot of people do.
I know, but this was the best I've heard her sound in a Sentai dub. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
We
that
don't need
was
to have
great.
like the long discussion about if Red Garden counts as a ADV dub or not.
I forgot it was a rescue. Shit.
It was halfway through the production too.
Well,
One of those
all
weird
right.
ones.
You know what? I'm gonna stick with it. All right, we're gonna give her tied with Red Garden as the best I've ever heard her sound because this was in the same time period as Diabolic Lovers and Amnesia. But this is the best. I don't know, maybe she had a little more to work with and she could actually stretch her acting chops for once. And that's saying a lot because this is Nakaimo. All right, so let's talk about Emily Neves. Well, this character is my best girl because she's basically me. And I didn't really hear her talk other than to say, because I was talking over her the whole time with me and Chris, and we were going, oh, that's us, that you, that me, ha ha ha, we're so cute. Let's go to the candy store. Oh, we've done that before. I said, for my dream date, can we do this? And he's like, we do. Every time you come over here, we go to fucking Daiso. And I was like, right.
Shit.
So I've basically lived her life dressed up in a pretty party dress and ate all the food and drank all the wine. So, yeah, Emily was fine. Honestly, I couldn't really hear her. There's something really wrong with the mixing in this anime because I had to turn it up real loud to hear anybody. I couldn't really hear her.
I had a couple moments where I had a hard time hearing people too, actually.
Yeah, I couldn't hear, I couldn't understand. It really needed some like closed captions on a high dive stream because like fuck, I'm gonna pay for this. Yeah, no. I will watch it on
absolutely fucking
I
not.
will watch it on high dive for my tiny subscription amount that I pay a month. But yeah, I'm sure she was fine. From what I could hear, she was fine. That's just my favorite. That's my best girl. And then the whole time I was like, when is the blonde girl going to get in the gotcha ball in the eye catch? And finally I was like, oh, there she is. It only took 7 episodes to get her in the fucking gotcha ball.
I was waiting for that too. I was like, shit, where is she?
Right. And I was like, oh, get in the ball. Ah, there she is. This was also Chris's pick for who the little sister was, by the way. And I would like to say that I proved him wrong and won. Because I got it on the first try. But I'm done. That's all I gotta say.
By the way, before Steph starts, you know that sexy firefighter anime that like never got licensed?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, it is? Cool, guess what? It's getting a second season.
Yay! Oh no, wait. Maybe that's the porn that's on YouTube. The sexy firefighter man might be on YouTube too. There's like a whole website where they like subtitled them, like all the sexy dirty ones, and you have to pay for them. I haven't quite dropped the $2.99 yet, but they're there.
Sexy fire.
I think this is it.
Is it called Fire in His Fingertips?
Yes,
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
Yes.
You can pay for it. That's great. That's really good. The manga is woof.
it's getting a second season.
Oh,
ladies.
yes.
Haven't watched it, so whatever.
Oof, the manga is...
I still have to watch the trash. That is the Titans. Bride.
Me too. That's on the same service.
Oh boy, awesome. So Steph, do you want to go? Was it your turn?
It's either you or me. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know where I am half the time right now.
Well, I like to finish last. So
That's what she said. Before Lila goes on, I just want to point out, I went to the Hussey's General Store website, and their motto is, if we ain't got it, you don't need it.
me when my boss has asked me to do something at work.
Oh, I forgot that's their slogan. Thank you for that, Noah. Anyway.
I kind of want to check this out now, but yeah.
It's
Go ahead,
exactly what
Steph.
you would expect it to be, Noah. I'm just saying. But anyway.
I'm looking at these pictures. Wood walls, wood flooring, and a deer head on the wall.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Ow.
Anyway, so Tendo and Rinka, huh? Here's my thing. So again, I forgot that Iksu is a character that exists and should probably win everything. But Iksu existing notwithstanding, how I would perceive this going is this in my brain. Tendo should win, but in terms of people who actually might be a good fit for Shogo, Iksu notwithstanding, I would have picked Rinka, honestly. Because she is, and I'll go right into Maggie's performance because of this, I guess. Because Rinka, I wouldn't give it I wouldn't say the rich girl attitude. I think she's more of the prim and proper, not necessarily a socialite, but the prim and proper lady because of her upbringing. And that's why I think Rinka would feasibly be a good fit for Shogo if you want a really good pairing like that for the sake of families and companies and horseshit.
Marry for love, not for money.
Look.
Except in Japan.
But anyway, I also liked Maggie's performance. Again, this is being as nice as humanly possible because this show is fucking horrible. Yeah, I think this is one of the better sounding Maggie performances I have ever fucking heard. But it also says a lot. Well, no, it doesn't say a lot considering she's fucking reverse harem protag lead of the century and has voiced plenty of those characters that are stiff as fucking boards, unfortunately. But Maggie definitely gave Rinka a lot more personality and a lot more spunk to her, and I really did like it and I enjoyed it. But I will also agree that her whatever her arc is just kind of was abrupt.
Yep.
And it's oh, I'm stuck in arranged marriage, and the family, my future in-laws, they want me to fucking ruin your ass. Oh, okay, cool, alright.
Yeah, it's wow, that's awful.
Oh,
that's great.
huh. Your story's coming out of left
about
field.
A party with endless food.
Speaking of partying with endless food, Emily Neves. Emily Neves, I think, is my favorite performance of the show. Because Tendo,
Really?
yes, because fucking Tendo is a character that exists for some fucking reason and is just there to be happy and have a fun fucking time, and Emily just sells me on it. Emily probably,
totally.
Emily had so much fun. It's oh, can I have the sweets from the cabinet? Please? It was so cute and adorable. And I honestly, this is one of the better performances that I really, really loved. Because she's just it's a mix of space cadet, but she knows she's a space cadet and she's doing it on purpose.
I just realized it. I just figured out who she is. I just got...
Okay,
Follow me on this one.
Okay.
In the entire harem here, she is the basket case from the Breakfast Club of this harem. She is the Ali Sheedy of the Breakfast Club.
What?
In the sense that, because have you seen The Breakfast Club?
No, she's
yes,
not.
I've seen The Breakfast Club. I'm just too drunk to.
I haven't
Okay,
seen
well,
The
I
Breakfast
mean-
Club.
What?
She didn't have detention.
There's
She
a lot
wasn't
wrong
supposed
with
to
me
be
in
there.
case
She
we
just-
didn't already
she-
establish this.
I'm just saying, like, I get the feeling that, like, Tendo didn't, like, need to be in the harem. She, like, just kind of, like, let herself in just to have a good time.
Yeah, she's just kind of there just for fun. She's like, ooh, this looks like fun. I'm gonna join too. And everybody's like, why? I don't know, cause I want to.
I want in the Shogo Dick Hunger Games.
That's Tendo's character in a nutshell, and I think that's probably why she's my favorite character, and like Emily's my favorite performance in the show, because it's like a devil may care attitude, like, oh, hi, I'm here, I'm gonna have all these sweets, I'm gonna join, is that okay? I'm gonna do this. Like, I like her spunk and her like fun bubbliness, and it's just so much, so silly and so fun in a show that's an absolute trash heap and a dumpster fire needs to fucking blow up in space. I don't know. This is the one bright spot for me. It's fucking
Y'all are
Emily's
too
performance.
drunk for this.
No, they're all sober. I'm the drunk one, and I'm starting to get a headache.
We let's wrap this up, fam.
But bottom line, these two performances I do enjoy them. Maggie got to have a character with fucking personality, and I love it. Please let Maggie have characters with actual personality from now on, Sentai. Please, because she can do good shit.
I mean, she has.
Are you?
Listen, I'm more familiar with... Listen, I mostly remember her in fucking Diabolic Lovers and Amnesia, and we all know how we feel about those.
Ah, gotcha.
So,
I'm sorry.
look.
I thought you have a really good opportunity here to say something about Makoto Shinkai not being able to write characters very well. Because she played the teacher character in The Garden of Words.
I haven't seen The Garden of Words, Noah.
And you never will.
You're assuming I've seen half this shit. Remember, there's a lot of things wrong with me. We're making like a 50-page fucking
Noah.
list here.
Noah confirmed has a foot fetish.
Yep. And I've directed
Bottom
every Tarantino film. It's just an alias.
Fuck. Bottom line.
Did you know that? Hey guys, can you guess who Quentin Tarantino's favorite Disney princess is?
I don't...
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
No. It's Rapunzel. She's always barefoot.
Oh.
Anyway, Maggie has a character with personality. It was fun. Fucking Emily Neve stole the whole show for me in this fucking travesty dumpster fire. Blast into space and never see this shit again. Put in a fucking black hole. I'm done.
Okay. So... This isn't the best Maggie Flecknoway performance, because to me, the best Maggie Flecknoway performance is the one time she actually stole an entire dub. It was one of the 4 redeeming performances in the entire show. What show that is, I will let you guess.
I don't know.
I'm guessing it's a show I haven't freaking watched, so.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that you and Noah have seen the show, just not the dub.
Okay.
I'm looking at her.
And I know Gigi hasn't seen it.
I'm looking at her
I don't think
list.
Gigi's ever seen it.
I'm looking at her credits here, and
Anyway,
Okay.
while you look through your credits, I think Maggie was fine. I think Maggie she had some of the faults of everybody else, where there's a flat line read every so often, but her performance wasn't obnoxious, and her performance wasn't so bad that it, like, stood out like a stinky piece of fish. Like, it didn't give you a bad mouthfeel. You're just like, okay, this is a thing that's happening. This character exists. And frankly, that's how I feel about both Rinka and Mana. Like, they genuinely didn't need to be in the show.
Yeah.
Like, there was no... like, okay, sure, fine, you exist. There's no reason that you are. You're just kind of here. Maggie's Rinka performance was fine. It got the Ojo-san shit down well enough. Obviously I've heard better people do that type of character. But it's better than Maggie being it's better than Sausage. Yep. And that's what counts.
That's what's important here.
So, and then Emily Neves is the best performance of the show to me by value of her performance. Never annoyed me. I never thought she was flat. I never thought her performance was obnoxious. It existed in a vacuum, and sometimes I forgot about it. And frankly, when you're in a bad dub, the less notable you are, the better. So, and this is not to say that, like, Emily and Maggie aren't talented, because they clearly are, especially Emily. Emily has given some fantastic performances over the last couple of years, and her writing is also top-notch. I wish she would have written the show. But, c'est la vie. You know who would have written this show and made it a lot of fun?
Who?
Leah Clark, Jamie Markey, or Monica Rial.
Well, that is a weird coincidence.
I could have seen Monica do it, all things considered.
Yeah. They should have written the show. It would have been funnier.
Can I take a stab now at the Maggie show you're referring to?
Sure.
It's either Parasite, but I doubt it, or... This makes more sense, possibly, Kids on the Slope. Okay.
It's the second one.
Figured.
Oh.
Yep, never seen it.
I haven't seen the dub,
Yeah, I hadn't seen the dub, yeah.
Yeah, it's Kids on the Slope. She is the... You can get this out. She's the girl that falls for, the kind of big drummer guy's friend who's anti-war.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's that character. And her and Dave Matrenga are, like, two of the best parts of that dub. Because the rest of that dub is... Okay, I will say this, though. I think Kids on the Slope is a worse dub than this, because Kids on the Slope is a show that deserved better.
Oh, definitely. It's by far...
Like, this being a bad dub is expected. Kids on the Slope having a bad dub is a travesty.
This is by far the weakest Shinichiro Watanabe dub.
Yeah, pretty much based on the fact that it was given to a director who probably didn't give a shit about it. But anyway, I'm good. Let's move on to our final group, which is basically the main three, if you could say there's a main three. There is Miyabi Kanagi. She is a short-statured little girl. She's the more lolly sistery one. She's a member of the swimming club. You eventually find out that she is, she knew Shogo as a kid, that she fell in love with him as a child, and because they used to play at a hospital where her dad and his dad was in the hospital after Shogo's accident, and then eventually you find out that she is actually the sister, so they don't get together. Konoe is a girl that Shogo saved as a kid, and the reason he got into an accident. She calls him and gives him his birthday gift, and she's basically the girl who's eventually gonna win. We all fucking know it. And then Shogo is our white bread militaris dude who somehow has the sexual charisma of 7 Chris Hemsworths. Every girl in the world wants to take a ride on his Mikadono.
Fuck.
And they would like for his semen to group in their vagina.
Oh, scrubby pad.
No.
They would like for him to get into the diving business.
Fuck.
They would like their abyss to wet his whistle. They would like to fuck their way to the top. Playing Miyabi Kanagi is Brittany Karbowski, playing Konoe Surima is Monica Rial, and playing Shogo Mikadono is Clint Bickham. Brittany Karbowski you'll know as characters such as Melida Angel in Assassin's Pride, Vivian and Cross Ainge Rondo in The Angel of Dragon, and Pappy in Monster Musume Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Monica Rial you'll know as Florette Fiore Havernet in Chrono Crusade, June Shiomi in Food Wars, and Sue in Monster Musume Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Clint Bickham you'll know as characters such as Naru in Air Gear, Shiomi in Kokaku, and Haruro Yoshikawa in Majikano.
Why the fuck did you bring up Monmusu?
Why the fuck did you remember Majikano?
I've never seen Majikano,
I love
and therefore
Majikano.
I am free of sin.
I have an art box
You've
of it.
heard
It's
that
sitting
too.
right here. It's really stupid.
It is, and I support memory hammers, but I'm just surprised anyone even
Noah,
remembers that
you're
show.
missing the point. The bigger question here. Why the fuck did you remember Monmusu?
Because I like to fuck monsters. but not
You
Sue and
fucking
Poppy.
hated
That'll send you to
Poppy!
jail.
Why bring her up?
Because God hates you.
No, God hates you right now.
God can't hate
God
me.
ears her right now. There's a difference.
Exactly.
God's looking at this rough draft and going like,
God has feared me. God has feared me for 10 years when I got into anime.
They say God loves all the little children of the world, but even he would take a look and go like, Now, I'm glad that you mentioned Magikano, because that's another show where a completely milquetoast bland male character is fawned on by his little sisters, and for that reason alone, it should absolutely be preserved in everyone's memory. Also, it has a really funny dub.
I haven't
But,
watched Magikano,
yeah,
I wouldn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And that's great.
All I'm saying is, look. I wish that I had the sexual charisma of shitty isekai and harem protagonist men. I'm just saying.
He doesn't even have...
Lord, give me the sexual charisma of Kirito.
My stomach hurts.
show.
Alright, so let's get this shit on the road. I'll go first for once, so that we can get this done quicker, because we all know I like to be the biggest
Yes.
rambler. Brittany Karbowski and Monica Rial were fine. They had moments of... What?
I thought that was funny. Keep talking.
What? Gigi, you okay?
What?
No, just the way that you said it.
Oh,
You
okay.
fine.
No, they're both married! I would never.
I'm missing something here.
No, they're both... Gigi thought I was hitting on them.
No, I didn't.
I thought you were.
What did you think then?
I just thought.
Damn it, no,
I just literally thought the way that you said it was funny. You're like, they're fine.
That they're fine. It's true. I mean, they're
Yeah.
obviously carrying the weight of the dub on their back, because let's just face it, as much as I love Clint Bickham's acting, he ain't doing any carrying in this dub. And Brittany's fine. There's a couple of times where I think that she dropped the ball. There are a couple of heartfelt confession scenes where I just felt like, get that paycheck. Just holla for the dollar. I'll be real.
That's a new one. I like that.
Okay, look, the scene where she's buck naked and drunk and
Yes.
like on him, and you're just like, there are several FBI agents who are just watching this going, oh honey.
Oh, honey, why?
The FBI agent in my PS4 was like, ring, 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 ring. Hello, Mr. Biden's Department of Justice. We have a code 7.
Run away.
Get the fuck out of here and get that girl some Fire Emblem porn.
You want to say some AO3, didn't you?
Let's be real, there's a lot of really well-written Fire Emblem porn.
I wouldn't know, and I could care less, but okay. I'll believe you.
I'm not sending it to you, but I will send the one to Gigi
I trust
where,
your
like...
word on it.
I'll be...
I mean, there is that one fic where, like, Claude gets invited to fuck Ferdinand while Hubert watches. It's really hot.
Ooh, Jesus.
And Ferdinand's like, yes, I'm a whore. I'm a slut for
Oh my
cock.
God, my back.
And I'm just like, yes, you are. Yes, you are, Mr. Von Eyre.
And what does have to do with...
Everything, apparently. I don't know.
Everything. I'm tangenting, but I'm just saying that Brittany tried. She tried her damnedest, and you know what? It came out well. There were times where I felt like it was faking. It was just like, you're better than this, girl.
Well,
Like, when I hear Brittany Karbowski's in something, I expect better.
Okay.
But then again, she was asking to get out of a 100-foot ditch with a broken pogo stick and a piece of fishing wire.
Also true.
Monica Rial, pretty stock standard cutesy Monica stuff. I think that she wasn't as flat as Brittany, neither was her character.
Not flat at all.
However, that scene where she was in the bathtub going, I want Shogo to eat my cream puffs. I'm just like...
A human wrote that.
2 humans wrote that. 3 humans wrote that, technically. The light novel, the original Japanese, and the adaptive writer. I'm just like, girl. You're trying, honey. You're trying, sweetie. And I thought she was cutesy enough, but there were some parts of the performance that annoyed me because the character annoyed me. Oh god, Clint, I never want to be mean to you again.
We love Clint Bickham, but god damn it.
You can stop now.
Holy
you can sidestep.
No, I can't.
We're in the home stretch. We can't stop at this point.
I can't. Here's the thing. I would not be a good reviewer if I didn't bring this up. It's a bad performance. I have heard lesser charismatic anime harem leads with better performances. It was flat. It was uninteresting. He sounded bored. I would never believe that this guy had any romantic or friendly feelings towards these people. I would never feel like this character would have the sexual charisma of 7 Chris Hemsworth with a dash of at least 1 Chris Evans.
I thought, like, she's gotta throw the other Chris in there somewhere.
Which one, though?
Not Chris Pratt, just Chris Evans.
Yeah, fuck Chris Pratt.
Jesus.
But not in the sexual way. This is bad acting on Clint's part. I get the show is bad, but it felt so bland.
So
it was like being forced to eat overcooked white rice.
Ugh, that stuff is crunchy.
It was like being forced to eat chicken cooked by people who have never seen a spice rack.
Oof. Oh no.
That is an insult to, well, not an insult, but that is a condemnation of white people everywhere.
Oh god, I feel that on a spiritual level.
Listen, I know how to use my spices. Thank you. I've made curry, and not throw it the packet.
That was also good. Make sure you got ginger on hand. You're gonna need that.
Yes.
But
it was a bad performance. It was hard to say that there was any redeeming qualities to it. I guess if I could give one positive aspect, when he was snarky, it worked. But every other time, it just felt disingenuous and just boring.
So, do you have any other harem lead dub performances that you can point to say, like, you wish it was more like that? Because with the content you're giving here, I don't really know what else Clint could do.
I mean, like, I like, as much as it was a little bit screechy, like, Greg Ayers and Negima had personality.
He did.
I thought that was fine.
I mean, that was a much wackier show.
It's a much... This show had enough whack in it, too.
No, not that kind of whack in it.
Fuck.
Shut up.
She's going whack in it. San Diego.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Am I allowed to consider Defrag a harem?
I haven't seen it.
Yes.
You can to an extent,
Like,
but not by much.
Like, Austin Tyndall and Defrag had, like, a personality.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of other like, hair... Josh Greeley in DxD has a personality.
Yep.
Rito in To Love Ru has a personality.
Yep.
But again, these
like,
are,
the performances have a personality.
Again, these are all shows that are objectively higher quality, I think, or like aiming for something a little more.
DxD has a quality, and that quality is diving into the abyss of harem hentai.
Okay, fine.
Also
So,
true.
but yeah, and this show doesn't quite commit to that, so it doesn't even have that going for it. But I don't know if you can blame Clint for that, because I think he did exactly what this character in the original Japanese called for.
It's still bad.
But I disagree with you, and if I can take the mic, I will explain why in 12 seconds.
Okay.
Because we want to wrap this up. I don't think that the requirement for this character was to be snarky a really whole lot. When I think of like a good snarky but nice guy in a harem series, I think of oh god, Yuichi in Canon, who was voiced by Chris Patton. That was a different Chris character, not the superhero Chris's, but yeah, Chris Patton, who has like just this natural snarky voice to him, but is also can be a nice character. This is not that kind of a character though. Like Shogo is a really clueless dumbass. Like, let's be really honest about it. Every time someone like confesses to him, he's like, "What are you saying?" And I will commend Clint in that if anyone else was playing this kind of performance, they would absolutely make every line a joke. They would make every utterance of it insincere with his cluelessness. You know, they would make fun of the character in every line. But Clint just plays it 100% straight. And that's not hard to do. Like, I was watching this thinking, could I go into a booth and be sincerely this clueless? You know, this much of a milquetoast male lead? I couldn't. I would try to be more snarky. I would try to be more clever than this character. And Clint pulled that off without being monotone. I don't think he was monotone. I think he had enough flavor in the voice to make it stand out. It's just not a whole lot to play with there. So that's why I disagree with you, Megan, respectfully, on Clint's performance. I should probably talk about the other two characters as well. Brittany and Monica were fine.
That's it.
I mean, it's fortunate that both Brittany and Monica have really distinct voices, that you can pick them out in a crowd without even reading the credits at all. And you're right, they came to this and gave this exactly what the role needed. Monica has more of a chirpy voice to her than the others do, but it's less chirpy than original flavor Monica. So it was kind of nice to be reminded that for anyone out there who says that Monica only has the same voice that she uses for everything, it's nice to hear that no, she's just got quite a bit of range on her. Like, this is a different voice than whatever her name is in Fruits Basket, the girl who makes dresses along with Ayane. I forget the character's name. And then Brittany also is doing a good job. I did not know that she was going to be the secret sister. Gigi is smarter than I am, and that still didn't really influence my thoughts on Brittany's performance, because she's got to be the tsundere character type with the stuck-up personality, because of course she's got the pigtails, and it's like, oh god, just looking at her, what kind of personality type she's going to be, and it's going to be so annoying. And Brittany's not really annoying. Like, she can be perky, but in this case here, she had just enough flavor in her sad, deep, will you marry me moments to break up the more bratty personality of it. So honestly, we gave these actresses a slice of bread, and they turned out the best French toast that they could with the ingredients that they were given. And that's all that I could have asked for from this kind of a show.
So it's either Gigi or I don't know who's going.
I still disagree with you about Quinn.
That's fair.
I still disagree with
It's down
you.
to
That's all right.
It's down to Gigi, and I don't know who the fuck wants to go next.
I'll take it.
Fight.
We're not fighting
Brittany
over this. Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Brittany Karbowski's Brittany Karbowski, y'all. It's Brittany Karbowski. As soon as she opened her mouth in the very first episode, I was like, that's Brittany Karbowski, and she's the sister. I was like, maybe it would have had more mystery if I would have just like watched it in Japanese first, but it was clearly Brittany Karbowski being Brittany Karbowski, which is not a bad thing because I love her and I like almost everything that she voices, and she's fine here. She got a check and good for her. Monica, I will tell you this, like, I have a lot of like just my personal preference when she does the little girl voices, the really high pitched ones. They like tweak something inside of me that makes me go eh, but this one didn't, so I really liked it, and I was like, oh my god, think fuck you're in this dub, girl, because like you are an actress who can actually act, and you're putting everything you can to get that check, so get paid and get the fuck out, because you deserve better than this anime is so bad. I actually like thought some of her jokes were funny just because of the way that she delivered them, which is more than I can say about almost any other actor in this show. And then poor Clint Bickham, oh man. Like he's so good now, like at writing and adapting stuff, and he was pretty good in Haikyuu. And oh, geez, Noah, I have to disagree with you. It doesn't matter how boring and how terrible, like, or just how dumb the character is in the anime. They still need to have a voice that's acted really well. It doesn't matter who it is, like. And I gotta tell you, like during that last episode when Shogo was Captain Exposition, I was like trying real hard, number one, to hear him because the mixing was really bad again. And number two, like I was trying really hard not to fall asleep. Like I was just so bored. I was like, this is the climax. Like I should be like, oh my God, like this is, I should be ready. I should be ready to find out who it is and what's going on and what the mystery is. And oh my God, just please tell me all of your secrets. But I'd figured them out like 2 episodes before. So I was just kind of like, please get this over with. Like it was just so boring. And when you're Captain Exposition, you can't be boring. Like you have to be engaging somehow to keep the people interested because there's no action. It's literally him like sitting at a desk talking for like 15 minutes and I'm like, all right. At least when he had the snarky, like everybody, like Megan was saying, when he had the snarky lines and like a couple of one-off jokes, like it was pretty funny. Like that kind of delivery worked for that, and he's such a better actor than this that I was just really disappointed. And
I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying that my expectations were so low with how you can't take the content seriously that he still managed to play it straight is all that's the only thing I'm commending.
I mean, yeah, he played it straight, but you could play it straight with like some life in your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can tell when I'm like phoning stuff in because I'm quiet. I'm like one note. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Let's go. Like, let's move on. And then I kind of just felt like he was just saying some lines, getting his check and moving on, which is fine, I guess. But I feel that if you're going to spend the money to dub an anime, like it should be the highest quality that you can physically produce at that time. And I know that he's a good actor. I just don't know why it didn't sound like it here. So that's about it. Pancakes.
All right, Steph, bring it home so we can get this over with.
I'm going to start with Brittany, and I'm going to ask Noah a really interesting question. Okay. Even though I've seen the show before.
Yes.
And I know who the sister is by the end of it. How did you not put 2 and 2 together that the girl at the funeral was also Brittany's character?
Because
of her voice.
I caught the voice, but I was like, I didn't really care.
Okay, fair. Like,
because like sometimes I get invested in if there's a mystery element to a series. Like I want to know what She-Ra's deal is in the new She-Ra cartoon. I'm invested in that. I don't care who the mystery sister is that Shogo can't bang.
Okay, I'm just making sure I understand the logic as to why you completely missed that. And I mean that's fair.
I was half listening to that funeral
fair.
dialogue. Yeah.
That is very fair considering given what the show is. It's very obvious from the get-go that this is the sister. It's very fucking obvious. It's very fucking obvious if you pay attention to it, but it's fine. It's fine. If you don't pay attention to it, it's okay. You're not missing much. But in terms of the performance, Brittany was very spunky and just had a lot of energy to her. And again, the best description or character trope you can describe her as is a tsundere character. And not just because of the pigtails. I know that's one of those fucking traits. It's one of those traits. But it's the energy and the sass that she has to go with it. And Brittany, I think, brings that out pretty well. Then there's Monica, who... Oh, sweet lord. Monica is very cute and adorable. It's not the very, very screechy, high-pitched Monica, like, oh my god, like super little girl voice. It's also not Big Girl Monica that we all love so much. It's kind of in a middle ground of sorts, which is fine. And it works well for this character. Because Konoe, she's very sweet, she's very kind, and she's called out for her perverted bullshit a lot, which is great, because I'm glad the show calls her out on it. Because, god damn it. But, I will admit that there are specific scenes and line reads that she has to give that were a bit stiff. But I'm gonna chalk that up more to, I think, a mix of the writing, because it can be kind of... It's more of the uncomfortable scenes with Konoe's character. I'm gonna chalk it up to a mix of the show, plus the writing, and maybe a little bit of the direction on that one that made it come off a little bit stilted. God bless Clint Bickham.
Oh, he does.
I see both sides of the argument. Here. But I gotta agree with the girls on this one. Like, we have seen...
That's just sexism.
No, it's not. It's not sexism. Don't even try. Like, we've seen other shows, other awful shows like this, with leads that give personality and exceed our expectations for a low bar show like this. Clint is another one I think that suffers the most from the show that this is, and I think a mix of the writing and the direction on it, because he could have easily brought more personality to it. 100%. Most of it, I think, is a detriment of the character.
Okay.
But you can still bring out more in the personality. So I was not the biggest fan of this performance because of that. But God bless Clint Bickham for sacrificing himself. And I fucking hope that paycheck was at least good. Because Lord knows he deserved it after this horse shit. Lord knows all of these people in this show deserve it after this horse shit. Mm-hmm. But I have to agree with the girls on this one, and I wasn't a huge fan of the performance on this. And we know Clint can do a hell of a lot better now. 100%. Because again, 2013. But, yeah, no. It wasn't one that could carry the show through to me, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But I think the majority of the issues is probably more on the back end of it, rather than maybe a little bit of the performance itself, but more on the back end of it, like getting him to that point where it is unfortunately that stiff and stilted and just very bland. But yeah, I should... This dub shouldn't fucking exist. That's all.
No, you know what? You're right, because there are so many shitty Sentai shows that don't have dubs, and so many ones that are good that don't have dubs, that, like, they should have seriously taken the money from this show and put it in a different show.
Yes.
Are we just ready to move on to final thoughts from here?
They should have taken the money from this show's animation and put it towards a better show.
See, that's Japan's fault, though.
I mean, Crunchyroll could do that too with X-Arm, but that's not gonna fucking happen.
But that's also Japan. That's not Sentai here.
Listen, you guys are all ready. I hope all of our fans are ready for a year of X-Arm jokes. Do you know what, Steph? You were talking and going into a point. Just
Why
you
not
start off
at
with
this
final
point?
thoughts.
This dub shouldn't fucking exist. The show itself is awful. Don't watch it. The show itself is awful. Please do not watch this show. There are probably going to be things you are very uncomfortable with. Don't watch it. There are better shows out there. In terms of the dub, because this is early Sentai, and we've said this before about early Sentai stuff, it's not great. They did their gosh darndest to make it good. This one is one of those ones that really missed the mark on it, though. A lot of stilted direction, making it stilted performances and stiff performances, and especially for actors and actresses that we know can do phenomenal work. But the dub is tolerable. It's not 100% garbage dumpster fire material. Not 100%. But you also have to go in there with low expectations if you are stupid and crazy enough to fucking watch it. Just don't go in expecting fucking grade A gold. Though to some people this might be the best thing since sliced bread anyway. Which, if that's your prerogative, I salute you on that one. This is not mine.
I wouldn't salute them. I would just give them a very silent okay, and then walk away.
Like, I'd salute you. I'm like, if this is your cup of tea, good for you. You do you. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna sit over here in the corner, though, and try and maybe do I have bleach here? I might have some bleach.
No, Andrew, you stop that.
No. His was Windex, not bleach. Which I also have Windex, but currently it's in my kitchen.
Back off from that ledge, my friend.
But, at the end of the day, the dub itself is tolerable, I guess. But it's a mix of early Sentai, plus I think a lot of it came down to how it was adapted. It didn't do very well, honestly. But please, don't watch the show. Please just fucking don't.
Alright, Noah.
I don't really normally say to people, like, don't watch a show. And this one, I wouldn't even say that the content itself is something you should completely avoid. But it is incredibly boring. It is very predictable, especially for people like us who have seen a lot of other series. More entertaining Harem siscon series. They exist out there.
Yep.
This is just very basic. This is the store brand version of that. And because of that, because it is so store brand of the anime, I commend the voice actors on this. I commend direction and writing for making it as good as the Japanese, which is not really a high bar to reach because the Japanese just have to follow tropes. But they did it in this one. They did not botch the acting on it. This isn't like the last time that Lilac and Gigi and myself covered a dub together, and we watched Golden Time, where we said that don't even listen to the dub for the first couple of episodes. Like, this show is perfectly listenable in English. It will not hurt your ears any more than listening to it in Japanese if you are so compelled to watch it. I don't think you should. I think you should go watch good stuff, but if you want to do this, you want to watch this for Valentine's Day, you want to see some nipples, you do that, go ahead and keep it in the English dub.
Those nipples aren't even... Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're right.
They're like wadded up bubblegum stuffed onto balloons.
But they're uncensored, and that's all that our viewers are gonna get.
Excuse me, our viewers are much smarter.
Not our viewers. I mean viewers of the show itself. Sorry.
Fair, but still.
Alright, Gigi.
Don't watch this show. The dub is bad. I'm really upset now because I can't get a dub for Udapri, but they'll throw money at this.
Mm-hmm.
I would even rather have them dub Wolf Girl and Black Prince, which is like my most deplorable romance show I've ever fucking watched.
Oh, God!
Than to have them throw money at this to get the dub. And I know everybody's gonna say, but this is amazing. I love this show. It's so funny. I'm glad that you guys like it. For me personally, I'm going to stand on my hill where I have a list of no less than 10 shows that should have gotten a dub over this one. So I'm going to be salty about it. I will say that I'm glad everybody got a paycheck.
Yes.
Good for you. I hope you got paid more than $30 an hour for it. You know, I'm lowering it just a little because of inflation. However, you know, you guys did what you had to do to get paid. And I'm going to have to do what I have to do to get paid, which involves never watching this again.
Yes.
Exactly.
I thought you got $10 for this.
Can Megan, I love you. And I'm very I'm curious to know how you feel about this show. Because I know originally it was just to torment me. But now here we are.
Congratulations, Megan. You played yourself.
I didn't play myself because I knew what I was getting into. Therefore, I knew I was going to hurt myself. I knew that this was the equivalency of getting into a barrel and going over the falls.
I hurt myself today.
I guess you could say I'm kind of a masochist. Or is it a sadist?
It's masochist.
Masochist. No, because sadist is
Thank you.
inflicting the pain, masochist is receiving.
And then there's sadomasochism. So, oh boy.
They did dub MM, so that is a future contender. But I'm with the girls on this. I am with Gigi and Steph. This should have never been dubbed.
Oh.
Like, I know it's a mean thing to say, because I do believe that every show deserves a dub. Yes, I know. But this was, bar none, one of the worst shows I've ever watched for the podcast.
That's saying a lot.
Like, if not the worst. And I've probably done the most episodes out of anybody.
You're right. This is probably the worst thing I've ever watched.
Yeah, same.
Like, this isn't the worst thing I've ever watched, because I've had to watch some pretty other awful shows, but, like, even Monster Musume had some redeeming qualities compared to this.
Unfortunately,
and I hated
you are
Monster
correct
Musume.
on that one.
Like, I'm with Gigi too. Like, the fact that this got dubbed over some of the other better shows in Sentai's library. Hi, Panda. That this got dubbed, I thought she barked.
We need some cute panda serotonin right now.
Panda! Come here, girl! Sorry. But, like, there are so many other better shows in Sentai's library, and here's the thing, like, there's nothing redeeming to me about this dub, other than the fact that people got paid to work on it, and I hope they got paid well. Baby girl, come on! I'm probably gonna have to jump off, like, super quick after this. The only, like, I don't think the acting's very good. I don't think that there was a lot that the actors could do, but again, I've heard other shows with better... Fuck, the Handshakers dub was better than this.
It was. It really was. And it was way more
And that was pretty bad. It was also way more entertaining. Like...
And it featured no siscon.
This dub is bad. I'm mad that Sentai wasted their money on this. It isn't the first question. It's just another thing in a long line of questionable decisions Sentai Filmwork has made. Honestly, I don't know what to do other than to rip this show to shreds. This show is bad. There is nothing redeeming about it. It is gross. It is creepy. I don't need to see 15-year-old girls trying to literally, at worst, try to impregnate themselves on another classmate. And, like, at best, that's what's happening. At worst, literally trying to fuck him straight. Like, that was fucking disgusting. And not to mention they drugged him and tried to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no redeeming qualities about Nakaimo at all. Like, I don't care. It's just a bad show. Sentai should have never dubbed it, and I wish that I wasn't stupid sometimes and hurt Steph for fun. But we did it, and we will never have to do this again.
Yay.
None of you can ever Patreon request it from us just to be a troll, Josh.
Thank God! Fuck! If he fucking picked it, I was gonna kill him.
If it was gonna be anyone, we know which one of our Patreons it would have been. Speaking of our Patreons, we have a Patreon. You can follow us. You can follow us if you'd like to give to us on the regular. We would like to give our shout out to our $5 tier Michelle Travis, Miraculous Corazon, Nico Robin but with Yowie Hands, Victor Mavoria, and my parents. Our 10, everyone, you'll all think I'm joking, but really, my parents
legit, Megan had
to us.
texted me one night, she's like, don't be surprised if you get an email notification.
On Christmas Day. On Christmas night, actually.
Yeah, it was Christmas.
It's Christmas. Anyway, our $10 tier, Carly Lesticow, Crimson Echidna, Jacob Wilson, J2, aka Jared, Bristolenti, and Otaku Anthony. If for some god-awful reason you would like to watch Nakaimo, you can purchase it from Sentai Filmworks, or you can watch it on High Dive or VRV through High Dive. If you'd like to support us, we are the Dub Talk Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, which is dead, Instagram, social media, YouTube. If you'd like to support us as a one-time, we do have a Ko-fi link below. You can buy us a coffee. Everybody quickly whore yourselves out.
Also, please go follow us on audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean.
It's fine.
Take us on the go with you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stephanie. I'm also sometimes known as Lilac. You can follow me on Twitter at Lilac Anime Review. Review being spelled R-E-V-U-E. At the time of recording this, I am currently rewatching My Hero Academia because I'm fucking stupid and crazy. And you can see some of my reactions. I also do photography work. And I have a Twitter handle for that at Steph Snap Garden. If you're interested in seeing some of that stuff there.
My name is Noah Clue. You can follow me on Twitter at Noah Clue, where I talk about everything that involves animation, because animation is the god medium of the world, and my wife is staring at me right now telling me to go to bed.
Good thing we're almost done.
Sweet.
Yes.
My name's Gigi. You can follow me on Twitter and YouTube at Animepalooza, where I talk about anime boys, Udano Prince Sama, and too much about my boyfriend. Sorry, sweetie. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for watching this with me. I love you.
Alrighty, so...
Whore
you can follow me
yourself
at Queen... at Queenera too. Oh, fuck my brain. This is what this has done to me. I hope you're all happy that I've literally gotten drunk and sobered out in the course of recording. You can follow me at Queenera too. I shitpost and I talk about my lovely boyfriend Patrick, and in a couple of days... If DHL lied to him and said that it would take 2 months to ship me something, that's a joke. DHL takes like 2 days. I should have giant Chinese boy plushies on my bed that my parents would get.
Yay!
Yay!
Watch Heaven's Official Blessing! I cannot wait to do my episode on that. I'm so fucking excited. Gigi's on that episode
Yay!
with me.
So
Because it's
real
Chinese
quick,
BL.
I know we're trying to finish this. It's our Valentine's Day special. Any special plans for Valentine's Day?
COVID's preventing that! My boyfriend lives in Maine!
If you're gonna be doing something.
I'm gonna pretend to suck his dick.
My boyfriend got the shot, so he's flying up here.
Hell yeah!
Fuck you all!
I'm gonna dress up in a cute dress, and we're gonna
I'm
take
gonna
pictures
love
in our
it.
hotel room that look really cute, so I can post my one post that I post a year on Facebook saying, "I'm not dead. Here's a cute photo."
Not only am I
I'm going to call Patrick, tell him I love him, and then go down to my friend's house and play
Nice.
Magic the Gathering.
Andrew and I decided we're gonna go to a town on the river in Jersey, and also there's a fucking Kuro revolving sushi that opened up nearby in there, so we're gonna do that.
I'd be careful with that.
I would not eat indoors.
I wouldn't want to touch sushi everybody else has touched.
Well,
Maybe it'll be like in a bubble or something.
Anyway,
That's the plan, though, so.
That being said, like I said at a different point in the episode, if by the time this is out, if the Tampa Bay Bucks have won the Super Bowl, you can submit $50 to our Ko-fi and direct it to Megan's bank account.
All those people just got $50 bills burning a hole in their wallets.
No, seriously, when am I getting my $10?
Yeah, seriously.